Hello. Yes, this is a tier list. I've always wanted to do these tier lists, which I did some on my channel, posting it. I've always wanted to do them ever since I saw them because I've always liked ranking stuff. Just anything. Been doing that since I was little with my games, and I pretty much gathered up all the anime series I've watched till now, and it's added up to like 171. So, yeah, quite a lot. It's gonna take a while, but I'm not really gonna go into any detail about them. I'm just not gonna go into detail about it. Some I will, some I won't. Plus, it's worth noting that some of them multiple of them I've never seen all of it, or some of it I just haven't watched in many years, so my opinion on it can change. One of the first ones will actually be an anime I watched recently, since 2018, that I actually like a lot more. So that's a good example. So, pretty much if it's an anime I haven't seen in years, I'm just having to go by my old opinion on it, for the most part. So yeah, it's broken up into 6 categories. I try to be literal about it, but when I use the definition of amazing, when I say something's amazing, I put it above great or good. Great, when I say something's great, I put it above good. And the best pretty much is above amazing. The ebb, I guess, pretty much means mediocre, or, mediocre. Oh, maybe not mediocre, but just, like, it was okay to decent, Ed just means, I didn't want to put okay or decent, but just means, like, it was okay. And then, no zone. Yeah, that's basically the very mediocre to even bad anime. There's not really a lot of genuinely bad anime I've seen, but there are some, and one of which, I don't know how I'm going to make that work, but we'll see. Also, you're going to just only hear Sega Saturn music. It's on shuffle, so hopefully it doesn't give me any crap. Need to hear if it's... Okay. Anyway, let's begin. I guess overall, in terms of scores, I guess the best doesn't really have to go by 10 out of 10. I guess it's 10 out of 10 / pretty much animes that are like in my top 10. So I would probably put no more than like maybe 10 animes in this tier. And you're probably not going to see any more than 10 animes on this one. So like 90% of it is just going to be these 4. I know you might not see it the clearest. Also, even though I don't see it on my screen, I know you see Kotomi and IU for reasons. Just connections at this moment. So anyway, hopefully I sound fine. Let's start with the first one. Oh, wait, it needs to like... Okay, here's the first one. Morshin Successor. I always pronounce it wrong, but I just always... Okay. Martian Successor Nadesico. This is actually a recent anime I watched, late 90s. This one was actually a really good anime because my favorite era of anime is like late 90s to like extreme early 2000s. As in, like, if it still has that, physical art look and not digital, then yeah, that era. This came out in 96, 97. So, when I say late, I guess the second half of the 90s. I would put this in great. I know the quality isn't going to look that good. Like, you can see it, but it just looks very pixely, so sorry about that. Also, sorry about these stupid ads. I just ignored them. But yeah, this one's a great show. I will admit that I kind of was like... I kind of went back and forth on enjoying it, and towards the end, it was just... I wasn't really liking it as much, but it's a great show. It's funny, and, it does have its serious moments, but yeah, I think it's a really good show. But yeah, in terms of scoring, this is like 10 out of 10 or close, very, very close to a 10. Like 10 out of 10, 9.5. These are like 9s. These are 8s to very close to an 8. These are like 7s. Like just good. So yeah, these are like 8 to close to 8. These are 7s to... Well, I guess we'll see. Is like 6 to 5, and then no is like 4 and a 10 and below. Blood Dock. Oh god. Blood Dock. Saw this in 2018. I went into this without even knowing what it was. Oh god, that last episode. I'm not going to go into it, but let's just say... Ooh. I think this was the anime that reminded me that I have a weird... I don't know, not a semi-phobia, but I have a problem with blur. For some reason, ever since I was little, censorship used by blurring something, or like when people would have their face blurred, it always, even when I was little, it always seemed scarier if they just didn't have it, but I know why they would. Oh man, Blood Dock. Where would I put this anime? I would probably put it in the but I feel like is just not a good word, because I'm making it sound like it's not. It's decent to okay. When I say it's just, I know I said already, but just like it was decent, or it was okay. I'm not saying it too much in a bad way. I guess I'm just saying that it wasn't good. So don't take it too badly. Take it badly with this. Get mad at me with this, if you disagree. Okay, what the heck is this anime? That says... Is that Berserk? Oh no, I'm having trouble with what that says. It's too freaking tiny. I can recognize all the others, but this one's confusing me. The heck does that say? Oh, it is Berserk! Oh god, that's the... Oh no, that's the 2010 version. Oh. Okay, that goes in the Now... I will say I'm not going to go as far as, like, oh, the ones on the leftmost are going to be, going by that. I guess I can do it, but I'm not going to think too hard about it. So if I put an anime above another one, it can really go in any way. But, yeah, I guess I would put it below that. Yeah, Berserk 2010, I saw that years ago. Maybe, like, in 2018, 2019. Yeah, I watched that I actually forgot about that. I watched that on Crunchyroll. That was before I started using it. Because I did watch some animes on there with ads. Decent amount. But yeah, this one wasn't good because it was mostly CGI and it didn't look good. Did not... Like, the story was good, just how it looked wasn't. And I know I'm going to talk a lot in the beginning because I do want to mention some things, but... To me, 3 important things with an anime specifically is story, characters, and animation. This is a problem with a lot of animes where the animation isn't that good. Like, it just looks okay. And it, like, it has the story, it has the characters. Animation can really make a series a lot better because it just gives it more life, more personality. It makes the characters shine better by, them being more expressive. And so yeah, animation's very important. I think a good example is the anime Princess. Animation isn't that good. It's kind of similar to Vampire Knight. It's not really animated, but close-up, just, still frames. It looks good. It's not really animated. It just doesn't have much personality. Again, I'm not an expert with this stuff. I am absolutely not. Irregular at Magic High School. Oh god. A lot of low ones. Okay, people are not going to be happy about this, but I am definitely putting this in the no. I actually never finished it. I got halfway. I know they did. I was aware even, like, I think I watched it, like, in 2018, 2019. But I was interested in watching it in 2015. And it's one of those series where the main guy is just very overpowered for some reason, at least in the first season, and I can't really remember the story. I vaguely remember, but I remember I stopped watching it, and that's saying a lot. Back then, I would commit to an anime, but I really just didn't want to finish it. I did not like it. It was so damn boring. Anyway, next anime, Rosario Vampire. I actually came back to this and watched a couple episodes because I first saw it like in 2019, which I guess a quick story with this was I actually knew about this series when I was 13, and I actually had a little crush on, it's been a long time to remember their names, I keep forgetting. I think her name is Kurumi. She's the succubus, and then the other one's like the frost demon. I liked both of them. But yeah, when I came back to it, there was just, I think in 2 episodes, there was like 30 panty shots, and I would say if I did not come back to those 2 episodes, I would actually have put it in good, because, you know, like, it's about a guy that didn't realize that he was being transferred to a school with only monsters, and no one realizes that he's a human except for like a few characters, one of them being a vampire named Mocha. And you know, I like the, you know, the girls' designs and everything, and I think at the time I wasn't too bothered with the panties, even though back then still I wasn't a fan of it. But now it just aggravated me. I pretty much quit after 2 episodes, and just to note, the manga has very little panty shots. The 2 chapters that those episodes were based off of, only 2, and they were very far away, and they were from the succubus girl, because, you know, she is supposed to be a lustful girl, she's a succubus. So honestly, I actually am putting it on here now. I hate shows that just have so many panties. To Love-Ru. Another anime that I stopped watching because it was just, I can't remember all the details. It was just very silly, but not in a funny way. Like, I've seen some funny animes that are very silly. It was like very silly in a good way. This one was just, I don't know. I was really interested in wanting to watch this series for a few years, and then when I finally watched it, I just, Still remember the episode I watched where it's like, apparently it was all a dream where the main guy was trying to, I guess, tell how he felt about the girl with the blue hair. Can't really see her, but she's like right there. And then all the characters at this point just kind of showed up to, you know, just that trope where it's like a romantic moment's gonna happen, and then and then some of the main characters just show up to ruin the moment. And then the main girl, the pink hair, got a hammer, and when she smashed it in the ground, all the characters' clothes just exploded off. And I was just like, I paused it, processed it, I got mad, and then I just gave up watching it. This is the anime I was referring to that I watched very recently. If I hadn't watched it recently, it would be here. It would be here. But to watch it now, watching it again, actually put it right here. You think, how did this happen? Because I watched it in 2018, and I went into it thinking that it was going to be a very graphic show, and I was watching it for that reason, and it did deliver, but my expectations were stupid. I hated myself for doing that. Not literally, but you know what I mean. And coming back to it years later, knowing what to expect, and just kind of, you know, but still being pretty blurry about the whole series for some stuff, I liked it so much more. I really liked how it looked compared to how I did before. The atmosphere is very nice. It just, my opinion, it was early on when I was watching this. I didn't have a lot of experience with anime at the time I watched this, but now seeing like 100+ animes after this, it's like, it's actually a really good show. It's really good, and it actually goes through the whole story, unlike a lot of other animes. And we get to Sailor Moon. I'm still watching the series. It's worth noting that there's going to be a good amount of anime that I have not seen all of it. But right now I've watched the first 3 seasons. Like, of course, you know, I would put it as a great series. You might think that's shocking, like, really, you wouldn't put it as amazing, considering that Sailor Moon is one of my favorite book series, but I like the manga more. Like, I'm reading the manga again, and yeah, I like the manga more. Like, the first season, It's good, but I have a lot of problems with it. The second season, I would say if the second season, like, if the first and third season was as good as the second season, I would actually put it, up here. But of course, you know, there's 2 more seasons, so my opinion can definitely change from great to amazing. It'll definitely never be below good. Even if the 4th and 5th seasons are the 2 worst seasons, I'll still always put it as great because, you know. But yeah, it's just great. Which is worth noting that great is a good tier. That's like, I guess you could say, B tier. That's hardening to say. Honestly, I'm trying to think about my scores because I was always so picky about giving animes 9 out of 10, so I'm just trying to really change. Like, it's not... I'm just trying to change it a lot, so really it's more amazing. Okay, fine. It's amazing. Alright, Elfen Lied. Alright, well, like Blood Dock and some of these other animes. I haven't seen it since August 2018. Remember I watched because a Death Battle had this character. Her name is Lucy. And if I remember it, it's a good series. However, the anime is very different from the manga, and it's kind of known to be a not liked series. But I like it. I like it overall. And if I remember Elfen Lied, that's how you say it, Lied, not lied. I think that's German. Oh my gosh, I always forget the name of this one. I'm not even gonna bother. So this is an anime, it's like something, Aza Chukin Cha-Cha or something. This is an anime that I've come back to twice, and I'm actually thinking about watching more of it. I don't have to start from the beginning, I can just continue where I left off. I remember I found this anime randomly, like 3 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago. It was like, it was over 2 years ago, maybe. No. It was like 2. Sorry, I'm trying to be specific. Yeah, this anime is... It's a cute series. I looked into it, and I think the idea was that... If I remember, it was like... I think it came into existence because of the popularity of Sailor Moon. I really like this show. It's really cute. It's making me want to come back to it more. Just the main reason why it's hard for me to continue watching it is because it doesn't, like... Oh, crap, what? Oh, it just... What? Okay, never mind. But, yeah, I think it's a really good show. And again, when great... Well, you wouldn't understand how my scoring system works, but yeah, I put it right here. It's not as good as these two, but I think it's really good. I really like the character designs. It's very cute, and I enjoy it. Wolf Girl, Black Prince. Whoops. Whoa! What? No, oh my god, what happened? Cancel. That was weird. So Wolf Girl, Black Prince. I think I watched this in July 2020. This is when it becomes tricky. Okay, it's not going to be here. I just have it on here. Well, I don't know. So, like I said, if I come back to some of these animes, it's kind of hard on whether or not I have a biased feeling of it now because I watched in the past, so I have memories with it. So if I come back to it, if I were to watch something like this now without ever seeing it, I would actually put it in the eh. But because I watched it back then, I actually did like it. But if I come back to it again, like if I did come back to it again, I could still like it, or maybe my opinion would change. There's just too many different directions. So, because of that, I'm just going to put it in good. I can't quite remember the plot of it, but I just kind of remember that the guy is just a dick. And I don't quite remember why, but basically the girl is just having to be this guy's, like, pet. I don't really remember the context on it, but yeah, I really don't remember. But yeah, he's like a huge jerk, but he does have a soft, you know, he does have a soft side. But I remember liking it. Oh, okay, here's one of the animes I watched recently. what I mentioned earlier, Princess. I liked it. I thought it was good. Again, it was just if the animation was better, if the animation was really good, like I know this can be the case for like any anime, but you know, you can only get so far, and there's some examples to show this. Oh my god, you can actually see that one anime at the bottom already. I'm almost gonna go into it in a second because I don't want that to be on the screen forever. But anyway, well, so, but yeah, there are some animes on here where it proves that animation can only get you so far. And is it actually on the screen right now? I don't see it. You'll see it later, but there's one anime that the fight scenes look really good. Not the non-fight scenes. The non-fight scenes, it just looks meh. But the fight scenes look really good. But even still, it's in the no category. That anime was really boring, and I'll always remember watching a good chunk of that series while trying to solve that stupid puzzle from Resident Evil 0 for 4 hours. And I still couldn't figure it out. Sorry for going off topic, but yeah, Princess is cute. It's about these 3 guys that go to the school, and they have this whole system where to bring the morale up for the guys, because it's an all-guys school, they dress up as girls, and the guys know it, and they love it. Parasite, I watched this twice. Once in 2018, and I watched it again in October. This anime? I'll have to think about it, but yeah, above Sailor Moon. This is an amazing show. I really love it. I like series that just has like this weird shit going on. And it's like, it has some nice settings too, in terms of like real world Japan, because even though it takes place in Tokyo, there are multiple times where he's just kind of going more of, I forgot the name, just more to smaller towns and stuff. Animation's really good. It's weird and I like it, and the main character, Shinichi, I've always really liked him. He's one of my favorite male anime protagonists. In fact, I think at the time when I watched that, I could relate to him because, like, you know, my mom always got on to me about, like, you know, being such an emotional, happy child, and then it just seemed like my emotions just, dang it. Crap, there is a problem. Sorry, I need to check. Ugh, crap, you're gonna see. Wait a second. Crap. Okay. Alright, you're gonna see this for a second. Oh my god, it's 35 minutes. Skip. Sorry, it's just some of them are long. It's on my playlist. But anyway, yeah, Parasites are amazing. Dang it, no, go back down. Go back up. Go back up. Exit full screen. Well, no. Oh my god. Back to full screen. Thank you. Anyway, haven't you heard I'm Sakamoto? Again, saw this like in 2018, 2019, maybe 2019. I'm gonna put it as good because I did think it was funny, but towards the end it was just kind of like I got tired of it. You know what? Might just put an eh. It's like there were moments I really enjoyed it, but just I guess it really wasn't that. It wasn't really good. That good. I don't know. Yeah, I need to go a bit faster. Nisekoi. This was an anime I really wanted to watch for years, and I do remember the plot for it, but like I said, I'm really bad with names and trying to remember story. But, God, I don't know. Like I said, I'm having to go by my opinion from back then. Like I said, I might just rearrange them sometimes, but I guess I'll just put it there. Like, I really liked the design, and, you know, it's a harem, which you might think that I like harems because there's going to be a lot on here. But no, it just so happens that a lot of series I went in blind were just harems. Alright. Urabe. Mysterious Girlfriend X, a controversial anime because it's very weird. If you know, you know. If you don't know, then it's best not to know. I'm having to go by my opinion from when I watched it because I actually watched this at the same time as another. This is going to be a hot take. See, it's kind of hard to say. It's going to be a hot take, but yeah. Definitely right there. I like the art design, and I don't know, it was just a sweet series. I'm weird. I don't know. I just thought it's like, I think it's a sweet, not, well, if you know if you know this series, I don't mean that kind of sweet, but, and for some reason she, you know, for many years, I always put her as like one of my like top 5 favorite anime girls. I don't know why. Just a sweet series. Blood Lad. This was 21, I think. Maybe? Yeah, 21. During the time where anime was just kind of, I think I burnt myself out. Well, yeah, I just kind of overdid it. Blood Lad, it's an example where I liked the design of the anime, but I just didn't really care about the story or characters too much. It's up here because I do really like I do like the design of it. It just has like thick black outlines and it makes things pop and it's more vibrant. But it's kind of a short anime. Naritari. This is the original series, and this one's gonna be a bit tricky because if I count all the filler, which I have seen all 220 episodes, if I had to count like all the filler and everything, it would actually be like right here. The filler really weighs it down. Now there's great filler like in Yu-Gi-Oh! And Inuyasha and some other series, but Naritani is a perfect example of, you gotta be joking me. Oh my god, they're really doing this again. This is why I hate Shuffle on YouTube, I swear to god. Like, really. I shuffled. I give up on the shuffle. But now I have to check something. I have to check something. Is it gonna... I don't know why it's going very slow. Let me check. Is it gonna go to the next video? Wow. Wait, is it? Technically, you should go to this video next. Alright. It's a little unbearable just having to do this. It's just, I hate it's slow. Okay. Sorry about that. And it did it again. I wish I understood computers better. It's like one mistake and just... Alright, so what I was saying is that, really this is going to be one of the only times I'm going to cheat. So, excluding the filler, which basically I'm excluding like over 40% of the episodes and only the stuff that's canon. If I do that... Look, I love Sailor Moon, and it can definitely be higher. But I do put it above Sailor Moon, mainly because if it wasn't for the manga, I probably would put it up here, but because I'm just have like manga biased, I'm just more strict about it. But I would say, you might think that's like not a big gap, but trust me, it is. Once we finish this, you're gonna see just the gap between this and that. Hunter x Hunter. Okay, this is actually going to be a first. Because, although with these two anime... Oh shoot, am I actually messing... Do I mess it up when I do this? Doesn't seem like it. But, like I said, the best category is pretty much any anime that's like top 10 or 10 out of 10, I guess. This is the first one. Is the 2011 version. I need to see the 90s version, but my only complaint about Hunter x Hunter 2011 is I'm not a fan of the soundtrack. It has a few good songs, but the rest is just like... It just doesn't really pump me up. It doesn't really... It's like, the music just doesn't really do it. If the music was really good, it could be even higher. But, yeah, I would put this in my top 10 favorite animes, and... I just love everything about it, just the story, the world, the characters, the animation. It's probably the best looking anime in terms of animation. That is a weekly series that went on for like well over 100 episodes. Well, it was done by Madhouse, so it makes sense how. I think that's Attack on Titan. This is an anime that I only saw the first 3 seasons. I tried coming back to it after a couple seasons, and I just gave up when I watched the first 2 seasons again a few years ago because it was just like making me feel depressed. But even still, I think it's a great anime. I actually don't know where I would put it now that I think about it. I really don't know where to put it. It's actually kind of hard to say. I'm gonna be a little jerk. I'm gonna put it right here. I would put it above this show and that show, but I'm not gonna put it above those two because I don't know. Just this series makes me sad. But if I did commit and watch the whole series, it actually probably could be up here. Alright, Parasite Doll. This is not a long series. Oh god, you're almost gonna clearly see that one anime you're gonna see. I'll explain once we get there, so yes, ignore it. This isn't a long series. It's only 3 episodes. The first 2 episodes I thought were good, but then the 3rd episode was very boring and it looked horrendous. So it's kind of hard to say what I think about it. I'll put in the eh. It's like peak eh. Like, if the 3rd episode was as good as the first 2, I would put it in good, but it's just, it belongs here. Oh shoot, I just realized something. It's gonna look more pixely for people because, again, I'm forgetting that Kotomi and Ayu are on the left side. Oh, you can at least see the picture, although it's tiny. Love is War. Remember first watching this, I first heard about it in 2019 when it came out in, did I first watch it in 2019 or 2020? Because I remember that Season 2 didn't come out for a while, or I just didn't even know it. I think it's because I did know about it. I did watch all the seasons again. Well, no. So the first season, and then last year I finally watched season 2, and I watched all the way to 4. I would put it right there. You know what? Put it right there. I thought it was really good. Like I said, I might change my... I'm going to have to figure this out as I go on, but I thought it was really good. Although I will say, the first season's my favorite, and you know what? I don't know. Maybe just right there. I don't know. It just kind of had its moments where I was just starting to get a bit bored with it, so I'm not sure. Copcraft. I remember liking this one. This was a 2019 anime, I think. And if you want to know why is there a good amount of newer anime, or very new at the time when I watched it, well, even then, I wanted to watch a combination of the newest anime and the oldest anime. I wanted to do a balance of watching old ones and new ones. But then I just kind of got tired of keeping up with new ones, because most of them I didn't really care for much, because I was more interested in wanting to check out the 90s and 80s ones. What would I play? Maybe right here? Whoops. Because it was good. I liked it. Wasn't great or anything, but I thought it was good. I guess the idea of it is a magic portal opens, and these these magical people come in, and they kind of, due to like this city kind of having close connections with this magic portal, having magical people with, people on Earth, it just causes a lot of crime and everything, and this, I guess, agent and this mystical girl work together, I guess, stopping crime with these kind of things. Ayoriyashi. I read the manga first, and I like the manga way more. Like, if this series was as good as the manga, oh yeah, it would be like peak great. But I still think it's good. It doesn't go through the whole series, sadly, and it kind of gives itself its own ending. And it's not as relaxing as the books, which was one of the reasons why I like the books. It's quite relaxing. But of course, this is one of those situations where, because I'm biased with the manga, I actually put it right there. This anime, I swear, if these girls were under 18, I guess what I mean by is, to my knowledge, I think all the girls here are 18 and older. But yeah, this series is called Punchline. An anime that I did watch the first few episodes in 2019, but I didn't finally watch the whole thing until 2023. It's a great show. I'm trying to remember who does the animation. Was it Mappa, I think? The animation's great. It has a very silly concept, and I can still remember the plot in my head a little bit, but it's a great show. I pretty much really like a lot of things about it, and the panty thing, it's one of those series where I'll make an exception with the multiple panties, because I guess the dumb gimmick is that this guy is a ghost. Like, he got his body taken over, and he has this power where, I guess, if he gets very flustered and I guess turned on, his powers start to rise more and more, and if it rises too high, then he summons a meteor, and then he has to go back in time because he just killed everyone because of the freaking meteor. It's pretty silly. So with that, I would put it... Like I said, I could literally put this in... It could literally go in any of these directions, but I'll just put it right there. The Future Diary. I watched this twice. Because I watched it twice, I'm going to be a bit more biased with it. You know what? Yeah. It's because I've seen it twice. Had I only seen it once, it would have been here, but I think it's an amazing show. I like the concept. It's basically about the ruler, the god of time, is pretty much like, ironically, running out of time, and his assistant basically offers like an idea of making a game where he chooses 13 people that could potentially be the next ruler of time, and it's pretty much a survival of the fittest. I guess you could say it's not like Hunger Games, but it's kind of like it's like, you know, whoever's the last one standing can be the ruler of time, and everyone has like their own certain power of how they see the future, hence the name The Future Diary. Animation's good. Really like the story. It's a sad series. Like the characters. And it's the infamous series. It's the series with the infamous, most well-known yandere girl, Yonogasai. But yeah, it's a great show. I even actually did a little review on it on my post back in 23. It's a good show. Dragon Ball Super. There's a lot to say with this, but man, I can put this in so many places because it depends on how I'm comparing it, but just as a show in general, it goes right there. I think it's really good. Like, when it's really good, it's really good. Like, it has its amazing moments. It's just like 1/3 great. It's like 1/3 great, 1/3 good, and then 1/3 eh. So it kind of goes right there. Serial Experiments Lain. When am I ever going to come back to this series? When am I ever going to come back to this series? I wonder. Now, I haven't seen the last 2 or 3 episodes, so it's really hard to say where I would put this. And, okay, so where I'm going to put this anime, I'm going to explain 2 things. I definitely, like I said, I might change it, but it goes right there. Okay, 2 things. 1, I haven't finished it, so if I watch it again from the beginning and finish it, there's a good chance it can go up here. And 2, one of my complaints, and one reason why I'm hesitant on coming back to it again, well, I want to, but it's because the show really confuses me. I'm not good I'm not even good with keeping up with basic stories. So with a series like this, where it feels like watching it multiple times is, you know, for you to understand the plot more, it's kind of hard to do that. It's hard to keep up with. It also doesn't help that there's a lot of scenes where it just shows kanji and stuff, and I just don't know what it's saying, and there's no subtitles on YouTube for it, so it's just more confusing. There is official VHS tapes of the series, but official DVD releases just kind of seems like a reproduction, but whatever. But just to say, this is a great series. It is. I really love it, and I really like Lain. She's very cute. She's very adorable. She's really cool. And the setting, and just a really good show. I need to come back to it. Kakegurui. Seen the first season once, and the second season... No, wait, first season twice, second season once. To what I've heard, there's no plans of them doing a 3rd season, which I'm pissed to hear that recently, because this is actually... It's actually a great show. I don't know where I would put it, but like I said, I can really just go in any direction with this. Like I said, I can literally go in any direction. I think Kakegurui is great. It's a series where it's, you know, they're in a private school where gambling is like your way to make it big. in Power, and I remember the first season is so good, and the second season I think is really good too. But it really sucks that there's likely not going to be a third season because it kind of came up with its own ending. Okay. Okay. I know if anyone has gotten to this far and they just cannot stop seeing this series on this page, I'll get it out of the way. Yes! This series. Oh my god, this series. I wish, and yes, these are, it's gonna take forever. Look at all these animes. If there was a Shadow Realm tier that I can just put all in the bottom, I would. Okay, so you might wonder, why in the hell is this on here? If you don't know what this is, I don't want to explain it because I want you to be a pure child, or a pure human. But if you already know what this is, or if you're just morbidly curious, this is the series Boku no Pico. I think I watched it when I was like 15, 16. And it was at the time where a lot of people were watching it because it was going viral. And one YouTuber, PewDiePie, I was watching a lot at this time. He did a video reacting to the 3 episodes. And yes, I watched all 3 episodes. And it was during this time where I wanted to torture myself seeing graphic stuff because either I felt like I deserved it or I wanted to challenge myself or something. And I watched all 3 episodes online. Some scenes is just gonna burn in my memory. This shouldn't even be in the no category. Like, okay, just being serious, like, okay, yes, of course it's no at the very bottom. But I really wish there was a shadow. Like, I could just make a tier called Shadow Realm, but you're still going to see it. But, there is one thing that's really messed up. I don't want to mention this. I feel bad, but one of the main, I don't know if it was the screenplay. I don't know if it was the screenplay writer, or not the screenplay, the screenwriter. But, I don't want to say this because one of my friends, yeah, I'm going to almost partially ruin this series for them. Let's just say that the screenwriter, I know if I say this, she's already going to check. This apparently found out this year that the screenwriter, I think it was the screenwriter, one of the main people behind who made this series, also did one series I think is a great series. I really like the series, but it really shocked me that they were, there's a connection, and it kind of makes you wonder that, there's a good chance that a lot of these series that are very different from the series that they probably worked on something else was on there. Alright, for the sake of things, I'll put it at the very bottom. This is the Shadow Realm, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah. Now we got that out of the way. I'm gonna try speeding it up now because I don't want to take forever with this. Vampire Knight. Read the manga, thought it was great, and I don't like it as much now over the years, even though I finished it like 2 years ago. Anyway, where would I put Vampire Knight? I'm biased. I still think it's good, but it's made by Studio Dean, which is known for not having the best animation. It doesn't have great animation, but in terms of like just, close-up shots with characters, I think they look really good. I can't remember how to say this title. It's like, what is it? Aya hides her love in Russian or something. There's a reason why I watched this. I'm not gonna say it. It's a very newer anime. Where would I put it? Honestly, I put it down here. Very It was just, it was okay. it was okay. It was okay. Not a good okay, but it was just okay. The only reason I'm putting this as a no, and this, like, if it wasn't for the excessive panties, then no, but this at least doesn't have excessive panties. Hack something Twilight. Watch this year. Weirdly enough, where would I put this? Shuko! Rhea! Rain. I don't want to think too much about it. I'll put it right here. It's a good show, but it kind of got boring. And I also hate the fact that you didn't really see her a lot towards the second half. She's so cute too. I love her design. In the manga, what they did that you don't see her a lot doesn't happen. Oh my gosh, we're doing this again. School Days. Oh god. Okay. I'm trying to remember. I think I found this anime because I made a comment from another anime that you'll see later called Demon Lord Retry. I'll go into that later, but I think I made a comment about one of the songs because I really liked it. And then a person asked me, "Have you ever seen School Days?" And I was like, "No." And I guess they recommended it or something, and I was like, "Sure, why not?" And I watched it blind. And I went back to that comment saying that I hate that you recommended that anime because it's never going to come out of my head, but also thank you. It's one of these animes that I don't think it's good. I would put it right here. I don't think it's a good anime, but kind of take a bit of inspiration for it because of some of the messed up stuff in it. It's a messed up series. It's one of those series where, aside from the girl on the left, which is a shame because even though I like both of them, I actually liked the girl on the right more. But she became... no. Alright, now we're gonna get into anime like this. I'm actually watching this right now again. Digimon Tamers. Watched it twice, one in English and one in Japanese. And the thing is, I'm gonna be biased because I'm rewatching this again, the Japanese version. I'm so happy. It's so difficult. It's definitely in the amazing category, but I don't know where to put it exactly. I don't want to be too... I'll just put it right there. At the very least, it's here. I don't, mentally, I just want to put it all over the place, but I'll just put it right there. I've only watched the first 6 episodes again. It's been like 9 years since I've seen it, but I'm so happy to watch it. I've only seen the first 3 seasons of Digimon, but the 3rd season is so good. It's my favorite, 100%. And rewatching this again, it finally makes me want to continue where I left off back in 2015 or 16, where I wanted to watch the 4th season for years, and it makes me want to, I don't know. Dang it, I'm dragging this on again. Angel Beat, an anime that I think I finished I finished it in the beginning of this year, made by the same person who did Charlotte, which I did watch again this year, which I kind of forget I did. Charlotte is an amazing series. I always wanted to watch this series for many years, but where would I put this anime? Weirdly enough, weirdly enough, like I said, it can go either or, but I will put it right there. I would actually put it right there. I think it's a great show, but I guess I just didn't really care about the concept. I guess the idea of it is, all these characters have died, and this is basically like, I guess I just really don't like the setting and the concept, and I guess the concept of just the setting is just weird, and it's just several things that I'm not a fan of it, but I still think it's, well, I don't know. I'm gonna be so tired by the time I'm done with this. You know, I don't know why I'm having trouble trying to remember how to say this name. The only reason why I remember the theme song is because of a video PewDiePie made many years ago, where he just played this song in a couple of his videos, and I actually watched it because of that. That being said, it goes in the eh, but where in the eh, I don't know. Oh my god, I'm so lazy. It can really go in any direction, but I'll just put it right there. Pokemon, just as in Pokemon in general. I know that's dumb, but yeah, just Pokemon in general. I have seen multiple seasons of Pokemon, but yeah, it's kind of difficult to say where I would put it. Whoops. Where is Pokemon? Okay, I'm just gonna literally, this is gonna be one of those cases where I'm not even gonna think about it. I do love Pokemon, you know, pretty much all this, you know, well, the quantity puts it up here. I'll just say that. The quantity puts it up here. The show is never not good. Just consistently good, and that's all that matters. Alright, the only Precure series I've ever seen. I remember watching this in... I can't remember. I think it was 2016 when I first watched this, so... I think I was 16 when I watched it. What made me want to watch it? I don't know, I just thought it looked cute. And... I only watched... I can't remember how many episodes. I think I watched like the first... It was over a dozen episodes. And I just stopped it. And I did this with multiple other series that I'll get into later. One of them isn't too long. It's right there. But it was because I was watching multiple animes on Netflix. And then one day AVGN uploaded the Mega Man video. And when he did, it just kind of made me stop watching all the shows on Netflix. And I went through like another huge binge on AVGN. Now, even though I can't really remember this anime, because it's just been way too long, I do remember liking it. I remember when I first watched, I thought it was really cute and it looked really good. But even still, it's just been too long, so it can go in so many directions. So I think for now, I'm just gonna put it right there. It can really go in so many directions, and I only watched a chunk of it. But at the very least, I think it's a good show. Oh my god, okay. Going into one of my friend's favorite series, Gravitation. Now, I'm going to combine the OVA and the anime, and I definitely want to watch it again. This is one of those, this is kind of like the Princess situation where the OVA I like more just because it's just one of those examples where really my main problem is just the animation. I just wish it had more personality. Again, it's the same thing with Princess. I would like it a lot more if it was like, I don't know. A lot of these animes have this, but I do like it. It's just, that's why I'm kind of combining the OVA with the TV series. Even then, it's kind of hard to say where I would put it. either here. It's either here or here. It's like peak this or below here. It just kind of feels more fitting right here. They all kind of have the same thing going where it's like, the animation, I don't know, these three series kind of like have that in common. Feel bad doing this, but I guess I would put it right there. I think it's a good show. But even though this could apply with Vampire Knight, not so much this series, that had a different problem. But I would say if Gravitation kind of had like more of a... I'm not saying that it doesn't, it just... I don't know how to explain it. Watch Princess and you'll see what I mean. It has the same thing with that. I guess I'm just saying that it just... I don't really know how to describe it. This is one thing I realized, but just, how do I put this? So, aside from these two animes, even though I think this anime looks consistently cute, all these animes right here, they all have one thing in common. Well, okay, actually, Digimon Tamer Pokemon. Well, they're, just, oh god, never mind. I'm making it more complicated. Tokyo Ghoul. This is going to be, okay, obviously, it's not that. How am I going to talk about this anime? This one's going to be a hard one. I want to be a dick. I really just want to put it there. But it really isn't, obviously. Oh god, now we're making it bigger. Ugh. So I'm going to put it right there. Now, my friend, I don't know if I ever mentioned this to my friend, but she might be a little surprised to see that I put it this low. And it's because as an anime, I think it's good. But the reason why it's so low is because I hate this show compared to the manga. I read the manga first, and then I watched the anime, and I'm not going to go into it, but this is the one anime that I hate that is so popular because of the fact that I like the book so much more, and so many people love Tokyo Ghoul, and they're talking about the anime version, and I just get so upset because it's like I'm only upset because it's like one of the most popular animes over here, and even my mom's friend loves this series, and it's like I just like I can't help but just to mention some of the things about it that I was just not happy about. It just boils down to just them changing the second season a lot from what happened. I'm not going to go into it. Anyway, oh my god, there's so many. Alright, Shiki. I think I watched this in 2019. This is one of these animes I'm pretty sure I would like a lot more if I come back to it, because it's has to do with vampires and ghouls, and more like in a suburb town. So, kind of hard to say where I put it. It kind of goes into this range. I really can't remember a lot of it. Yeah, I can't really remember a lot. And I don't want to think too hard because it's just going to take up more time. I'm going to put it right here because, like I said, I have never seen all of this, so this definitely can go above that, but I don't know. It can go in so many directions. The frick is this? Oh god, it's Castlevania. Is it Castlevania? I think so. Is it? It is. It is Castlevania. Oh. Well, that's weird. I actually finished the 4th season very, very recently. So I can actually give a better opinion on this. So, where would I put it? Hmm. Well, I'm gonna be biased because of, you know, it's Castlevania, and it was cool to see some of the stuff in it, and the, oh my god, the action scenes is probably it's one of the best I've ever seen for an animation TV series. It's so good to the point where it's too good. Like, I can't keep up with how much detail and animation there is. When that happens, it's a 10 when it comes to animation. I'll just put it right there. I guess if you want to know exactly when should it be a good thing to have it at a certain point, well, obviously amazing and the best. Like, amazing is a big deal, and the best is just like, oh, it's pretty good. Okay. Promise Neverland. I'm never going to watch the second season because I heard that they really cut out a lot of the book's material just to cram it all into one more season. I knew. Oh, jeez. Alright. I swear, it feels, this one thing that sucks, I swear to god, it feels like I have to, like, only try to do things recording related so late at night. It's like I have a lot of time, it's nothing. Alright, forget it, let's move on. Promise Neverland. I really don't know where to put this, because I really liked the first season. I remember really liking it. I'll put it like right here. It's hard to say. I only saw the first season, but it was good. And again, Dragon Ball Super is only up here because I'm biased. But it's low at the same time. Beautiful Bones. It's a forensic series. And a good one, I remembered. Only one season, but I remember liking it. Although I really just can't remember anything. I really don't. Like, I have very, very vague memories of this. I only remember very little scenes. I guess it kind of goes into this category. I didn't consider it boring, so I guess I would put right there. Yeah, I know a lot of animes that are only good. Trust me, I think out of all the tiers, I think this is the one you might see the most, because these basically fall under the 7 out of 10 to lower 7.5 in. These are like close to an 8, like the higher 7.5 to like 8s. And then these are like the 9s, and I guess you could say 10, whatever. Oh, cool. We're actually going to go into this now. Darling and the Friends. Another anime where it's like when the animation is... when there's some action, oh god, it's a 10. I can't keep up with all the details. This was actually my top 10 favorite animes at one point. I don't know where I would put it now, because I'll admit I wasn't like, the fighting was extremely good. It was just the most forgettable parts. This one's kind of hard. I'll put it right there. It's definitely within this range. Would I put it above Parasite? I don't know. I gotta watch it again. It's been like... Jeez, how long has it been? How long has it been? Like, almost 5 years since I watched it? Need to watch it again. Trigun. Oh, this one's a recent one that I finished. This is one of those animes where I really liked it at first. Like, I thought it was amazing, actually. But then, well, it's just that apparently it's only based off the first book, and then it just kind of does its own thing, and there was just kind of some things I didn't like. Like, I thought Vash was honestly pissing me off with how much of a he was being a pacifist to the point where he wasn't just being a pacifist, he was just being, you know, like Frisk from Undertale, where it's like, aside from Asgore and the pacifist route, he literally just does not want to harm anyone. He only fights if he has to, and even Deltarune goes into that idea where there's just going to be fights where you're just going to have to fight. And I guess Vash was almost kind of acting like that, where there were just times where he was leaving himself way too open to get himself harmed and risking his friends getting killed. And it was pissing me off because to me he was just being really stupid. If a person was pointing a gun at you, it just depends on the person he did. I'm not going to go into this. I was so mad about this. But no, I guess putting that aside, it is a great show. In terms of where I would put it above above Lane? Like I said, I'm going to change some animes once I have a better idea of how this tier list is going. This is one of my favorite animes I've watched this year. I would put in my... Actually, I wouldn't put it in my top 5. It's like my 6th favorite anime. I'm just going to put above Lane just because I've at least finished it. But if I rewatch Lane, that can change. It can even go up above here. Okay. Moving on. I might have to leave at one point. Again, I can't really pause it, but you can enjoy the music, right? Don't toy with me, Miss Nagatoro. Watched this in the beginning of 24, so it's been almost 2 years. I haven't seen the second season. I don't remember. I can't remember if it's the first or second season, but one of the 2 seasons is done by the same studio that does Pokemon and Yokai Watch, which is interesting. I actually did watch the first 4 episodes when I finished it the first time. Oh my god, you're gonna hate me for this. Okay, I'm gonna put it right there. I actually like it. I actually wanted to draw her multiple times, but never did. What is this? Oh god, we're already going into this. Okay, this is Madoka Magica. Puella Magi Madoka Magica. I'm actually going to watch this extremely soon because I want to watch it so bad. The movie's going to come out soon enough. Oh my god, I've been waiting for so many years for this movie. I haven't seen Magica Record for a multitude of reasons, but I've seen this anime like 4 or 5 times and I'm going to watch it again very soon. Well, I guess we reached peak now. And when I say peak, I mean by this isn't going to go any higher. This is my favorite anime. And yeah, we reached the best anime on here. So just note that all of these animes I've talked about, including all of these. God, all of these. Oh my god, you could, all of these. Nothing's going to top it. Just a heads up. 10 out of 10, best anime. I love everything about it. Don't have any complaints. Yu-Gi-Oh! This definitely goes in the amazing category. I don't know where I would put it. And I'm counting all the filler, and the filler is actually really good. But see, like I said, I'm being unfair because of Naruto. Because out of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Naruto, Okay, if we're taking away the filler, I do like Naruto a little more, but if we're adding the filler, then it's worse. But I'm handicapping Naruto with this one. But with Yu-Gi-Oh! I do feel bad that a lot of the animes that are very high up are popular animes. I do feel bad about that. Because it's like, oh, of course they are well, they're popular for a reason. If they weren't good, then it doesn't matter how... Well, you know, that's not true. Sometimes stuff is just popular and they just suck. But a lot of times anime, you know, there is a reason why. I'll put it below Sailor Moon. I'll put it right there. Man, Yuki's face. God, what's wrong with your face? His eyes. Oh. Okay. Another anime I've never finished. BIM. This is a newer anime that came out, I think, 2020 or 2019? Maybe 2020. I never finished it. I only got halfway. At the very least, I didn't think it was or anything. Like, I liked it. I did. But I never finished it. I'll put it right there. Sure. What is this one? Oh, Psychic Detective Yakumo. Never finished this one either. I got 9 episodes in and then Hulu removed it, and I just haven't been able to watch it nor having the motivation. Same thing, I remember liking it. I just can't remember much. Death Note, it's not gonna go there. I am kind of watching it with my mom because this is the one anime that I think she would like, and she seems to, even though she's very unbiased with anime, she seems to not hate it. It's been like 9 episodes in. I've seen it twice. It's actually my top 5 favorite animes ever, which means it goes right up there above Hunter x Hunter. It's an amazing series. It's kind of similar to Parasite. It just has like just that real world fictional combination that I really, really like. Ergo Proxy. This is a weird anime. I actually heard that this anime is, you either love it or you hate it. And even both of them are going to be confused about the story with this. The plot is very confusing, and I remember I wasn't interested in it because I was judging it by its cover. Even though it did look good, I don't know, it's just how my mind is, but this is actually a really good anime. How good? Again, like I said, it can really go all over the place. Maybe right there. It has a very strange plot. There are some episodes that just literally start up and you're just like, wait, did I miss an episode or two? But it's really good. I recommend it. Also, the outro theme for Ergo Proxy, although you're not going to hear it on streaming sites, but the outro theme for Ergo Proxy was a song by Radiohead, interesting enough. I think it's called Paranoid Android, and that's actually one of my favorite songs, and I hate that I never got to hear that. That would have made me crap out of my pee hole. Codebreaker, never finished it. I got 3/4 in. This one was actually a good show. I don't know where I would put it. Probably put it right here. It was good boring. If you want to know what good boring means, it means that I liked it, but I also got bored of it, but it was still good. Good boring. Good boy. Good boy. Sorry, just because of me watching Castlevania, one of the girls named Lenore kept calling Hector her good boy. Good boy. Oh, and this is an anime that I rewatched again recently. I watched all 12 episodes because I first watched it in 2018, 2019, and I'm finally going to watch Hellsing Ultimate soon enough, but I rewatched it again, and unlike Another and just other animes, Hellsing My opinion on it is exactly the same that it was years ago. I remember it being a really good series, and it's still just a really good series. Nothing amazing, nothing great, but, well, depends on how you view it. Where would I put it? I would probably put it right there. It's a really good show. I think it's just my biggest problem with it. I can't really describe it. I really can't. I'm not going to describe it. I don't know, like, how I felt about it back then is the same way how I felt about it now. Like, I have, like, some weird complaints about it that I just don't have any way of explaining it. It just doesn't make any sense. But again, it's really good. I recommend it. Alucard is he's so cool. He's whatever. Angel Links. This is actually a spin-off to the series Outlaw Star. Came out in 1999. You know, I really need to look up 1999 animes. Actually, when did Hellsing come out? 2000, 2001? Anyway, Angel Links. Yeah, I was disappointed with this anime. It's extremely inferior to Outlaw Star. And although I still think it looks good, where would I put it? I would probably put it right here. You know, I am going to be biased with it, but, like, do I really think, you know what, no, I'm going to put it right here, because I'm going to, you know, I'm a little mad about it. Should have been better. Okay, this one's going to be an unpopular opinion. High School of the Dead. It's going to be an unpopular opinion, but I put in the Aside, this is going to be one of those examples. Okay, High School of the Dead is one of those examples where the animation and just, it, you know, it looks really good. It's really, really good. I think it's done by Madhouse, maybe. But I just really don't care about anything else. Although the girl's named Ray, and that's cute. But I saw this like over 5 years ago, and I don't like it. I don't know why. I just don't. Although it does have some funny moments, like these two girls being like, "We're gonna be BFS forever. We're gonna be, you know, we're gonna live through this horrid world." And then as soon as a zombie shows up, the girl's just like, "Bitch, get off of me!" and just freaking pushes her for her to die. It's like, well, that escalated quickly. Yu Yu Hakusho. I actually really want to watch this series again, even though I finished it a couple of years ago. Over a couple of years. This anime is awesome. I put it up here. Even though... yeah, this is like top 10. It's an amazing series. I definitely recommend it. Really, 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 really like it. It's a series I always wanted to watch since I was 14. And I started with the manga first in 2020, even though I wanted to read the manga since like 2017. There's a whole history with that. Yokai Watch. This is one of the animes like with Precure, or it's called Glitter Force. That was the one. It was called Glitter Force. I was watching Yokai Watch at the same time, and I watched like over a dozen episodes, or around that, and then I just stopped watching it. I thought it was cute. I think it's a cute series. Although I did see a dub that was like more mature and uncensored, and then like Netflix changed it, and I think that's one thing that kind of turned me off. And when I say turn me off, not in a sexual way, just turn me off as in made me less interested. Although I can't really remember the series much, so again, it can literally just kind of go all over the place. I literally don't. I'm gonna put it right next to Precure because I don't remember. I just remember liking both of them. Wow. Okay, we're going into. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna go. Oh my god. Looking at it right now. All right. Heads up. Heads up. There's gonna be a lot of amazing anime Like, you're gonna see a lot of high tiers right now. Guilty Crown. Right off the bat, it's going up there. I don't know if it's still in my top 10, but it's very close. It is an amazing... It's... I don't know, maybe it can be right there. Guilty Crown is an amazing series. I've seen it almost twice, and I would love to watch it again. I do remember the plot of it, but yeah, it's an amazing series. Shu and Inori. Gurren Lagann. I watched this in 2015, and I've only seen it 1.5 times. I remember watching it the second time in like 2018 or late 2017. I think it was 2018, and I just stopped watching it after halfway. I don't know why. I just did. I've done that with some animes. Another one you'll see later. But yeah, this one is another amazing anime. Although it's kind of hard to say where I would put it. I would probably... it's hard to say. I'll put it right there. I'll put it right there. It's an amazing show. I definitely recommend it. And there's Yoko, Simon, and my favorite character that I just cannot remember his name because I'm so used to Simon calling him Aniki. Made in the Abyss. A recent anime I watched this year. And what definitely pushed me to finally watch it was my friend. She's never seen it, but... this might come off as surprising, and again, my opinion can definitely change because I haven't seen the second season yet, and it does suck that it's not broken up into movies from this point on. But just by the first season, I'm putting it up there. I love it. I love everything about it. Everything. To the characters, to the setting, to the story, to the just everything. I just... Oh my god. It's gonna suck because I will say that if the second season isn't even on par with it, it's going down here. But still extremely high. I love Made in the Abyss. It's a very, very good series. Controversial because it is pretty graphic. Although I'm trying to remember the episodes, it's really just two. It's the last episode and I think episode 10 or something that is very messed up for the first season. But I love that series. What's next? Is that The Ones Within? Oh my god, it is. I don't remember this. It's been too long. I don't know where to put this. It's like I said, it's just been way too long. I do remember liking it though. I guess it goes right there. Clonid! Clonid. Go right here. Yeah, definitely finding a lot of my best animes. I'm actually going to watch this really soon. I've never seen After Story because I first watched it in 2019 and I didn't want to watch After Story. I wanted to wait like a year or two or even longer and just rewatch Clonid again, but then they removed Clonid and then they added it on Netflix a couple years ago and then they took it off of Netflix and now good thing I got it on DVD, which that was also too expensive online and I just found it used at my store I go to for like $20-something for the whole series. And I'm just gonna go off of that. What was the lyrics? Was it really Dinosaur King, what you wanna be? This is actually one of the only animes I actually did watch a lot that was not based off a video game. Actually, I don't know if Dinosaur King... I know there's a video game of Dinosaur King, of course, but I don't know which one came first. I'll at least say... okay, Sonic X, Recovery Right Back at You, yeah, because I played the games first. But Dinosaur King, I didn't play it for the games. I played it because of the show. This was actually, I remember watching this a lot from like, when did I watch 4Kids? I can't remember. It was like age 8 to like 10 or something. I just know when I was a kid, I used to watch this a lot and I really liked it. Wait a second. Sorry about that. I kept hearing the dog kind of screaming a little bit. Not like a just like a her nail got stuck. Anyway, oh yeah, Dinosaur King. This is another series that I came back and I was wanting to rewatch it again with Yokai Watch and Glitter Force in 2016, and they actually have it on Netflix still. I think I want to come back to it again. Come back to one of my childhood animes, which there's not many animes to say that. I don't know why I liked it. I think it was because I liked how the main character looks, and I still do, and he has a Triceratops, and Triceratops has always been one of my favorite dinosaurs. So I don't really know where to put it, honestly. I'm gonna be a biased little weenie. I'm gonna put it right there. Oh, another anime I watched this year. What is it called? His and Her Circumstances, or Kurokano or something. This was actually a really great show. Where would I put this anime, actually? Where would I put this? It's kind of around this area. I almost want to recommend it to my friend, but I just don't, I don't know. It's kind of hard because I just don't think she would. I don't know. Sorry, I feel like I'm being more lazy about describing stuff. There's just too much to say. I've watched a whole video about like how the author actually hates this series because the person who directed this was the same person who did Evangelion, and the people actually was not a fan of this director because he always kind of broke one rule by kind of basically finding a loophole. Kind of had to do with, I guess, a child died in Evangelion, but I guess the idea was showing a child getting killed on a TV anime, or it was just something, I don't know, it's just something like that, but it's like he somehow found a loophole to like do it, and apparently the higher people or television higher-ups just were not happy about that. Anyway, put it right there. Again, like I said, I can kind of go all over the place, but I'll just put it right there. I really liked it. Oh wow, another childhood anime, Sonic X. Watched it so much on TV and on DVD. And because of that, I'm gonna put it right there. Weirdly enough, I'm gonna be the unpopular one by saying the 5th and 6th seasons are my favorites. And those are actually considered the 2 worst seasons because it kind of goes in its own direction. Because how does it work? It's like the first 2 seasons was like basically taking place before Sonic Adventure, and then season 3 and 4 was kind of going into the Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 stuff, and even Sonic Advance 3 a little bit. But with season 5 and 6, it was kind of doing its own thing, and I like it because they're going to different planets and they're in space, and that might have been one of the early times where I just showed that I just love space. Okay, we're now at this anime. So remember I said there was an anime where it's like the fight scenes were extremely good in Resident Evil 0? It was this anime. Wise Man's Grandchild. Very new anime when I watched it. It goes down here. It is not a good anime. It is extremely boring. There was only one episode I thought was decent, and aside from the action scenes, which, again, Wise Man's Grandchild is a good example of, yes, the fight scenes look good, but I don't care about the fights. I don't care about these characters because it's just boring. So it goes down here. Oh god, we're gonna get back to back good stuff for a bit. Shit. I forgot I added this on here. Again, if my friend's watching this, then she'll see it. Alright, Plastic Memories. It's a great anime. It's a very sad one. I have to... Okay, sorry, I might have to... Sorry, I did something. Okay, so Plastic Memories. I guess it just kind of boils down to this apparently this company started creating these artificial humans. They're robots, but they're so lifelike, but they do have a time limit. And once, they're basically made for people to pretty much not be alone, or just have someone in their life to take care of them, or just other things. And they kind of reach a point where they have to be taken in once their expiration reaches, because if they don't get taken in, then their memories start to it's almost like they have a half-life, where it's like once they reach their expiration, their memories start to break down and they start to become like a maniac. And it's a very sad series. The animation's good. I like this girl character. She's cool. I like him. I like it. Very good show. But where would I put it is the question. Actually, where would I put it? It kind of goes into this category. I would put it above here. I like it more than Karikano and the other animes, but it's like close to another. I don't want to put it above Lane, but I haven't finished Lane yet, so it goes up there. It's really good. I realize we're starting to have plenty of good and great animes. Shippuden. Oh, God. Okay, so I made them two separate things. So Shippuden, my god, alright, so again, I'm gonna cheat and just exclude the filler, although there is a bit of really good filler that's like, when I say really good filler, I just mean by really good episodes, just in general, but most of the filler is just, I actually originally thought Shippuden was as good as the original Naruto, but if I had to exclude, it's like, okay, fine. If I have to exclude the filler, even then, even if I exclude the filler, the problem is by the last, third of the series, not even the last third, it's like, well, it's complicated, but basically the last third of the canonical stuff is just, only half of it is really good, and the other half is just boring or drawn out, so, I would say, see, this is way too specific, but if I only counted the first half, no filler, it would actually be right alongside this series. But because we're not doing that, you might think you don't want to put it as amazing. No, because I really just do not. Again, the second half, really like the last third of the canonical stuff, just, oh man, no, I'm sorry. I guess right there. It's worth noting that I did grow up watching Naruto a little bit as a kid. When I say kid, I mean by 13, under 13. So I'll put it here, but I just get, God, your eyes. And again, the only reason why some of these shows are really high up is for specific reasons. Do it yourself. This was actually a very, very new anime when I first watched it. Yura Serafu. Where would I actually put this? This was a very, very nice, wholesome series, very cute. Where would I put it? That's a good question. Kind of goes around here. Around here. Again, because it just can go in any direction, I'm going to put it right smack in the middle. It can go in any direction. I just don't know. So it's just around there. Black Lagoon, another anime I watched this year. I actually watched a lot of amazing anime this year. Made in the Abyss was one of them, as well as Black Lagoon. I would definitely put this at, well... See, this is going to be tricky. I really don't know what defines as the best. Like I said, I'm making this kind of difficult. I guess to make this easy, I guess maybe any anime that's top 15, I'll put it as the best. No, I don't know. I'll put it right here. I really enjoyed watching Parasite again. I'll put it below this. Because rewatching Parasite again, I actually liked it more now. Again, oh my god. So yeah, but see, now it's gotten too big now. Now we're not going to be able to see the best, which we're not going to be able to go into it that much, so I might just have to go down here so I can see the others. Alright, Digimon. I don't know if I counted Season 1 and 2 as separate series, but the original Digimon... Oh, I watched this in late 2014. This anime actually... It's more in the good tier. Maybe, I would say if I watched it in Japanese, it would probably be in the great tier. But, I'll put it right here. It's kind of within this range. I do think it's good, but I don't know. Dragon Ball. I guess just original Dragon Ball. The original Dragon Ball is amazing. Automatically, I would put it around here. Not really sure where. I do have a lot of memories because this was one of the animes that got me into anime. Well, I say Dragon Ball, but there's an asterisk. Like, technically there's another anime that I watched before this, but we'll go into that later. But yeah, I remember watching the first 31 episodes when I was 14. Still remember that day when I found it. Well, I already knew about Dragon Ball, it's just... well, maybe got into it. Where would I put it? I'll put it above Darling in the Franxx. I'll put it above Black Lagoon. I'll even put it above Parasite. I'll put it right there. I really like the original Dragon Ball. It's on par with Z. Alright. Anyway, Fist and North Star. Anime I watched 2018, and then I came back to it from the beginning in 2023, because I only watched like the first 30-something episodes. And this is definitely a great series. Although it's kind of hard to say where I would place it. Fist and North Star compared to Trigun. Yeah, I liked Fist and North Star more. Although I will admit that the last season really pissed me off. Like, half of it was just very disappointing. But at least for the first 5 seasons, I did really enjoy the first 5 seasons. And, you know, at least the first 6 episodes of season 6 was just the best in the whole series. I don't know. Like I said, I'm having to think. Like, I would put it above. I would put it below Yu-Gi-Oh! And again, Pokemon and Sonic X are just kind of like strange where to put them. It's an amazing show. I'll at least say that much. But again, I could arguably put some of these animes maybe in the amazing tier. We'll just have to see. Okay, we're getting close, sadly. Aria Scarlet Ammo. This is actually one of the animes that I watched in spring of 21, where it was during the decline where I was starting to get burned out of anime. And I remember the second season took forever for me to watch because I just was kind of getting tired. definitely a part of good, but where in good exactly? I like the first season, but the second season definitely dropped it down by a good amount. I'll probably put it right there. Right there is fine. Alright, oh my god, 2 animes, I realize. Okay, one of which no one's gonna, it's just gonna be someone specific. The other one, people are gonna know about it. Great, what fun. Alright, again, I'm just gonna put it right here for now. I'm only putting it right here right now, just to not hold it. Yeah. Pandora and the Crimson Shell series that I read the manga first in 2020, and it was actually the first manga series that kind of there was 3 manga series that did this, because originally I was only going to read specific manga books. I was only going to read specific series to read the books first and then watch the anime. I did this with Tokyo Ghoul, Sailor Moon, Yu Yu Hakusho. And then another one, which it's not going to be on this list, but it was High School Double D, and I have lost so much interest in that series like 5 years ago. Anyway, so Vampire Knight was one of the 3 series that kind of was like cracking where I would get now with me just owning so many books and kind of going outside of my original plan. But with Vampire Knight, it was at least a series that I was interested in watching the anime in 2015, I just never did. And then Pandora and the Crimson Shell was the manga that kind of, I think this, if I had to pick, Ai Oriyashi was definitely a big one, but I think Pandora was probably the one that kind of opened up the possibility of me just wanting to check out any series I've never heard blind, because I might find something good. Pandora was that series. I remember seeing it at my place, at my store. I didn't know anything about it. It was on sale. Like, it was used, and I was, they had like 6 books, and I was like, sure, I'll read it. And I'll admit that when I first read it, I thought it was just decent, like the first book, and then the second was better than the first, and the third was better than the second, and then fourth, and so on. And it made me realize, oh my god, I've never heard this series, and no one talks about it. And yes, there is an anime adaptation with it, which, that's why it's on here. I never watched all of it, I only saw everything up until the last 2 episodes, but I have read the mangas, I already knew what was going to happen. And this is one of those cases where I actually like the anime, arguably, a little more than the manga. Because the anime is based off the first 7.5 books. You can hate me for this, but... oh my god, you're going to hate me for this one. You're gonna hate me for this one. I hate that it has to be right there, but it has to be. I really like this show. The animation's really good. The soundtrack is also really good, which is something I rarely comment in an anime, which I know some of the other animes has a great soundtrack, I just didn't really acknowledge it, but I really like the soundtrack. The animation's really good, and that was kind of the reason why I didn't finish the last 2 episodes, was because I didn't want to finish it. I didn't want it to end. But yeah, it's that high up. If it can't just get any worse. Again, it's just going to be right here until I move it. Oh, if you don't know what this series is, this series is called Oreimo. This is a popular anime series. One that is very infamous for something specific that doesn't happen until the very end of the series. Watched both seasons, and yes, I'll confess, I already knew about that before I ever watched it. Although I was interested in wanting to watch it ever since 2013, before knowing about it, because the main character, Kirino, she is voiced by Ayana Takatatsu, the same voice actress that does a lot of other characters. Voices from Guilty Crown and another anime that you're going to see later, and she's also done voices from K-On! And there's a lot of other animes. I know I'm not making it sound like she doesn't have a huge resume. She does. It's a very big anime, and I'm just not thinking straight right now. Now, I'll admit, my least favorite part of the series was the last 3 episodes that kind of goes into the whole reveal between these two's feelings. And it's very out of nowhere and weird, and just, it's like, just kind of like, why did this even happen? Without saying any spoilers, it's like, why, it just, I don't understand. I might have to look into it. And it's a shame, it's actually a really good series, it's just those last 3 episodes just reveal that, and there was no indication. Yeah. But let's just ignore those 3 episodes, okay? Let's ignore those 3 episodes. By ignoring those 3 episodes... Dang it, you're gonna get upset with me. Dang, it kind of goes around. It's kind of around here. Honestly, yes, it's extremely close to these 3 series. I think it's really good. Again, I think it's a really good show. Ignoring the last 3 episodes, I think it's good. Well, I'm putting it as great, but you know what I mean. Moving on. Another anime that was kind of beginning the decline of anime for me in 21, just burn up. When I first watched it, I thought it was good. I still remember the plot a bit, but where would I put this anime? It definitely belongs on this tier where it's like, it's good, but it's not really, you know, it's just, But where would I put it? I'm gonna put it right there. I don't know. Crap, now we're getting lower. Well, I guess whenever I need to go up, I just have to scroll back up. Golden Time! I actually read the first book years after watching this anime. This is a cute show. I like it. I want to watch it again. Where would I put this anime, actually? Whenever I think about this anime, I don't know. I put it above Nagatoro. And it sucks because these animes it's gonna go above these 2 because I just haven't seen enough of Cha-Cha, and I just Dinosaur King is just kind of in a weird spot. Again, it's in a weird spot. I don't know. I'll put it right here. I like Golden Time. It's a sweet series. Okay. Will I be able to download my image? Hopefully I can. Am I able to download it? Yes, I can. Oh god, I have so many other... I have so many more animes! Oh my god, this is gonna take forever. Alright, Dice Club. Dice Club! Watch it at the same time as Astra in Space because it's a newer anime. It's a cute series, but it's good boring. If you know what I mean. Like, I enjoyed it more than this. It kinda goes right here. It's good boring. So, yeah. Good boring. Good boy. What's this? The hell is this? What series is that? Oh god, what series is that? I can't see it. What series is that? I'll have to go back to that. I'll have to come back to that later. I can't think of what it is right now. Moyashimon, an anime I watched this year. I really like the series, including Yuki what's his name? Yuki Yuki. The beautiful gothic Lolita. Yeah. Really enjoyed this anime. Where would I put it? Maybe right there. It definitely kind of fits around here. Attack on Titan is only there, even though it's just weird for it to be there. Might as well just be somewhere else, but yeah, Moyashimon is kind of like around here. Maybe I put it a little higher. Alright, so this one is just gonna be in a weird place. So, Bobo. This is an anime I actually watched a decent amount of episodes when I was a little kid. It made no sense. I don't know why I watched it, but I did. I don't really know where to put this because I have not seen this in like how many years? Like over 15 years. But going by what I remember, I'm just gonna put it in the because I don't remember it. I don't remember thinking it was that good. I don't recall it being good. But you know, it's not a bad series. I just don't remember, and I just remember when I did watch it when I was a kid. I didn't think it was good. I just watched it. Okay, I at least recognize this Railgun, which I'm actually going to be watching the 3rd season, so my opinion will change. But yeah, a certain scientific railgun. At least with the first 2 seasons, I really like this series. But how much exactly? Oh, it certainly goes around here. But like I said, the 3rd season could change my opinion on it. I would go as far to put it above Pandora or Plastic Memories. It really depends on the 3rd season. Like, it can really change it, but I am planning on watching it in like, how long? Probably like in a couple of weeks from now at the most. Railgun, is it S or T? I think it's Scientific Railgun T. That's the name of the 3rd season. I don't know. It's just around here. Okay, what the heck is this series? Oh my god, we're doing this again. I can't recognize it, dang. Well, actually, is that Clockwork Planet? Let me check. Is that Clockwork Planet? Let me check really quickly. Oh wait, that's the one I can't figure out. I still can't figure it out yet. Because I know that's not Clockwork Planet. I don't recognize... I don't know if that's supposed to be Black Bullet. I just can't recognize it. Could that be it? You know, I think it is Clockwork Planet. Again, it's so fuzzy, and I know you wouldn't be able to see it either, but this is the anime Clockwork Planet. If you want to look it up, you can see. This anime... Put it right there. I actually didn't finish it. I think I got like 2/3 in, and I stopped watching it because the animation was just very... And it had a very interesting concept, and how it was executed was just very bland. It's like the whole idea was that it's a planet that's made only out of gears. Sounds really cool until you just start seeing these regular ass buildings with just a gear plastered onto it. That doesn't feel right. So yeah, it was just a very anime. Ugh. Cowboy Bebop. Funny thing, I've never watched this whole series.
known about it for a very long time, and I think like almost 6 years ago I watched the first 9 episodes. So, oh crap, I think I'm messing it up. Did I mess it up? I don't think I did. From at least those episodes of Cowboy Bebop, at least for now, it's right there. I know it's crazy, it's just like, but you only saw like 9 episodes, and those were some amazing 9 episodes. It's an amazing series. It deserves to be up there. But again, I haven't watched all of it, so it can easily, like, I would say if the last 2/3 of the series is consistent with the first third, oh yeah, it can actually go up to the best. But for now, at least for the first third, it's up there. Moving on to Compellion. For some reason, when I look at this anime, I just remember being sick, which, I didn't mention this, but animes like Clannad and some other animes, I just remember basically to the very end of May of 2019 to early July of 2019. I remembered I was very, very sick. I coughed so much. And I remember just watching a lot of anime during this time, including July. And I think Compellion was one anime I just remember coughing. Or I don't know, I get animes mixed up. Compellion is one of these series where I like the idea of it, and I thought the design of it was really good. I don't know, for some reason everyone just looked oily, like water oil, if that makes sense. I can't really... You know, like when you see an oil puddle, and it just kind of has like a blue, yellow, purple, green, I don't know, just like that kind of like look to it. For some reason, it just kind of has that look a little bit. Not to mention, it actually looks really detailed. I don't know where I would put it. Wait, why did I put Beautiful Bones that high? Again, it's been too long. Kind of goes around here. I'll probably put it like right there. Also, Beautiful Bones, maybe it's best you should go... Maybe it's best if you just go back all the way. Again, I keep changing it as I go on. The reflection. Okay, this anime. I watched this. This one's interesting. This is actually, one of the people who made this was actually Stan Lee, believe it or not. And this was actually a really good show. I liked the presentation of it, and I think it deserves to be on the low end. I thought it was really good. Trying to think how good. I would put it above Nagatoro. I would put it right here. But here's the thing. The last several episodes, whenever I look at the reflection, I always think of urinary tract infection. And it's because one of the worst tract infections I ever had, I had to sit on the toilet for like over an hour, and this was the anime I was watching on the toilet. Because, I just only remember drinking like juice with cranberry juice in it and watching this anime. And I just remember the feeling I was having just trying to watch this. Fond memories. Is that Chio School Road? I can't tell. Is it? I can't, I don't, I don't know. I'll look at it later. Comet Lucifer. So, a little story. I'm only going to say 2 things. One is that I've taken inspiration of this series because of the girl. And 2, this was actually an anime I saw like the first few minutes of it when it was really new at the time. And it was because I was on, what was it called, GoGo Anime, and I remember I just randomly clicked on like the newest anime that they added onto there, and it was this one. And I remembered when I watched the series randomly and I saw that scene, I was like, oh my god, this is the scene I saw that time when I went on there years ago. But yeah, I did watch this, and it was 2020, I believe, like summer 2020, when I got my job that I'm still working at. I'm not sure where to put this. Honestly, why is... Okay, now I know why. The only reason why Vampire Knight is so high is because I'm just biased with it because of the manga. Same thing with Ayaryoshi. I watched all 4 seasons of Love is War. The first season, so yeah, it just kind of makes things a little complicated. Because these animes are only low in here because I haven't finished all of them, but it could definitely be a lot higher. But yeah, I would put it above that one. I wouldn't consider it really good, but it's... yeah. Full Metal Panic. Okay, I was waiting to find this one. I've seen the first 3 seasons twice, and I haven't seen the 4th season because I just don't want it to end. Plus, that season didn't come out until like a decade later. I love this anime. Again, I'll have to think about it. Where would I put this exactly? Yeah. Maybe. Again, it can really go either or. It can really, like... It's around this... I would say it's around this... Dang, these are all amazing shows. I would just put it right there. It's weird to think, like, wow, you put it above all these other shows. It can go in any direction, but I'm just putting it there because... I will admit that of the 3 seasons, there are... I would say out of all 3 seasons, there's only 1 episode that I don't like because it's just boring in the first season. But all of season 2 is amazing. Half of season 1 is amazing, and most of season 1 is really good. Most of the second season's great, and it's really freaking funny. I almost want to watch the English dub of the second season because I heard that apparently the English dub, they were just having a grand old time with the translation, apparently. I'm only assuming that because I remember, I think a decade ago I watched a video of someone talking about the English dub of Ghost Stories, and the person said that if there was an anime he had to compare about just the craziness with the English translation, he basically, the closest one he could think of was Full Metal Panic Fumofu, the English dub, which... oh man, that'll be interesting. Chronos Ruler. This is a good example of an anime where if the animation is not good, then it's not going to be that great. Because I do like the concept, I do like the story, and, you know, the characters are... they're okay. But the animation is just kind of what affects it a lot. I would go as far as to put it... maybe right there. Why is Blood Dog so freaking low? It's not even that bad. Love how it changed that quickly. I don't even think it's that bad. But yeah, Chronos Rulers, yeah. What is this? Oh, it's One Punch. Well, I haven't seen the 3rd season. The 3rd season's going on, but I'm only going to talk about the first 2 seasons. So, of course, the first season's a good example of the animation is so good that it's too good. But where would I put it? Like, I did really enjoy the 2nd season, and the 1st season is great, but I'm not, like, I don't think it's that amazing of a series. Although it's a great show. Where would I put it? At least they're further apart. Maybe right there. Classroom of the Elite. surprised they made a second season. I actually heard that the people in America actually liked the show a lot more, but people in Japan hated the first season because they changed it up from the books. This anime is definitely an one. All I remember, I don't know. Also, I feel like I'm being too harsh on this anime. Yeah, I think I'm being too harsh with this anime. It goes right there. See what I mean? I keep changing my scores too much. Oh, the Koto anime. This one was actually a nice anime. I thought it was good. Where would I put it? I would probably go as far as to put it up. Maybe right there. I thought it was good. Oh my god, we're going into this now. Okay. Yes, kisses. Kisses. Yes, this anime. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. I first watched this in arguably 2012. And, I remember at the time when I watched it, there really wasn't anyone talking about it on YouTube. I was almost a little obsessed with this anime. I watched it many times over, several years, which might not sound like a lot, but trust me, the fact that I watched the anime, I felt like I watched the whole thing 5 times then. It's saying a lot. This is one of these animes that if I watched it now, I would probably put it in the category. God, I might honestly, I might even put it in the no category. But because of what it means to me, and at the time when I watched it, and my love of Akosumi Noe, this is gonna be very weird, and oh my god, okay, I'm not saying it's that good. I'm not saying it is. That's not the case. It's just what this show means to me. And I hate that it has to be this kind of series. So it's only going to be above here because of what it means to me. Don't worry, it's not going to go any above any of these other great shows, and I'm not saying this show is better than any of these other shows. Realistically, see, it's complicated. It can go all over the place. Because if I really wanted to, it could be. But only because it means that much to me. Well, maybe not that much, but realistically, again, it could be there, it could be there, it could be there. It could go all over the place. So I'm just going to put it right there. Because I'm dumb. Oh, wow. Back-to-back animes. Outlaw Star. This anime is awesome. And it's crazy how many similarities this has to Cowboy Bebop, and yet Cowboy Bebop is significantly more popular. Although I'm not really sure where... Well, I've seen it twice. It actually is one of the best. One of my favorite animes, and top 10 even. It is an amazing show, and I will admit that it does have a couple of moments where it kind of feels like it's not as good, but it's still really good. It is, at the very least, a consistently really good show. All the episodes are really good, some of them are amazing. It is one of my favorite animes, and I want to watch it again now. Yeah. And this was actually one of the animes in Death Note where I watched it a second time during the time when I was having to kind of get out of this burnout from anime, because when I mentioned the burnout with anime, I was still kind of watching anime in the second half of 21, but 22 was when it really hit. I was not really watching. Aside from some animes like Hunter x Hunter 2011, Shippuden, just animes that I haven't finished the whole thing, I really wasn't watching any anime at all, really. Just only a few. But then by the end of 22, I was taking easy steps to get back into anime again, wanting to try to watch, and I certainly did in 23, because that's when I went full-fledged on Crunchyroll. But amazing show. I recommend it. How many animes we got left? I'm almost going to have a fever. What's it called? Fever rush mode. But I won't go into that yet. I might actually do it right now. Except for this one. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. My friend's watching this. And this is one of my favorite shows based off my favorite book series. My favorite manga series ever. And although I'm not a fan of the first season, obviously any person that's read the manga and watched the anime would, I think almost all of them would agree that the first season's the worst for specific reasons. Obviously, it's still great. It's still really, really good. But from season 2 and onward, yeah, it's better than the first season by a lot. Honestly, if it wasn't for the first season, it might actually be my favorite anime. But yeah, it's my second favorite anime ever. It would honestly be my favorite if it wasn't for the first season. But everything else is just, I can't even go into it. Everything about it is amazing. Just like the book. Alright, let's go through a quick endurance if I can. God, I don't know if I can. Devil May Cry Baby. Ugh. This series kind of messed me up a little bit. I put it right here. It kind of messed me up similarly with Blood Dog. I won't say any major spoilers. And another thing is, I actually really hate the design of it. But yeah, it goes in the eh. A lot of people might not like that. Some things I thought was great. I actually like the main character, Akira. I think he's an awesome character. I also think the scene was funny where he had a wet dream and he freaking bazooka came on his ceiling. That was pretty funny. I know that's out of context, but best for it to be. Kemono Michi. God, I don't want to think too hard. I'll put it right here. I think it's okay to be right there. You know, no. You know what? No. Yeah, it was okay. It was okay. Just wrestler from another. Again, I go in shows blind. Okay. Magical Index. Okay. This series, first season, I would put it in the amazing. Well, actually, no. No. I take back what I said. It would, if we were talking just the first season, it would be above here. But then when I watched the second season, I was like, okay, it might be around here. But then watching the third season, I didn't even finish it. There was still another 10 episodes left, and I gave up. So, I would say it's kind of hard to say where I would put it. Like I said, the third season and a chunk of the second season really messed it up. But I really do like the first season. I'll put it right here. I would say it is still around this range right here. It is still a great show, but I really was disappointed with the third season. The second season wasn't as good as the first. Ixer 1. This anime actually made me a little nauseous because of just, I don't know. But it's an 80s anime. Looks really good. Although it's kind of hard to say where I would put it, honestly. I don't know. I don't really know how to rank it. I would say, like, I'll put it there. But I don't know. I do think it's good. It's just... See, this is when things start to get complicated. I really think some of these, it's just the low end just doesn't feel right, but I'll just have to go more into it. It's whatever. Alright. How long have I been doing this? Neo-Human Kashurn, 70s anime. A really good one, actually. This one was actually good. You might say, well, how come you're putting it there? Again, I'm going to have to think about things, but it's actually a good anime. I'm not the most interested in 70s anime, but it was good. I actually like it. I swear, some of these animes might have to go to good. You know what? They might have to. They might actually have to. Yeah, I know. I'm adding a lot more good animes onto here. The reason why I am is because grade has to be animes that are like a very high up, really good. But again, some animes I'm really having to think about this as I go on. I might have to change my mind, but who knows? Like, these are still really good, but these are more like closer to great. Like, these are like, yeah. The Gashikashi. Never saw the second season, but I did like it more. Probably put it up here. Yeah. Chorus. I was interested in this anime because it's from Tatsunoko, and I went through a little phase a few years ago with wanting to watch some Tatsunoko anime, because for many years I wanted to know what the heck is Tatsunoko from that game. Tatsunoko versus Capcom. Probably put it like right there. I thought it was good. It was only 6 episodes. So probably put it around maybe right there. Devil's Line kind of falls around here. Just put in the middle. Like I said, I'm having to not really think as much. Ooh, Robihachi. Ooh, put it right there. That, whenever I think of a not good anime, I just put that one. I just think of that anime. What's this? Is that Infinite? What is that? Is that Infinite Stratos? I can't tell. I think it is. Going by the characters, I think it is Infinite Stratos. I think it might be. I don't know, I'll have to go into it a little later. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Haven't seen part 5 and 6 yet because I have just been lazy, but I have seen the first 4 parts twice, and just going from that, I would put it right there. Yep, one of the best. It is. Like, well, it's hard to say. Like, I do like the first 2 parts, but part 3, I would say if we were talking the first 2 parts, it would actually be more, if we're talking part 1 and 2, it would be more like right around this area. I don't know, it's hard to say. Like, if we were talking part 1, it would be like right here. If we're talking part 2, it would be right here. If we're talking part 3, it would be up here. And if we're talking part 4, it would be around there. So the thing is, it's all over the place, so don't ask me how it ends up being there, it just does. That might just be Infinite Stratos, but it's hard to tell. That might be Chio's Schoolyard. But I'm not completely sure yet. Let me look at all these animes. Oh, that's Black Bullet. Okay, there's Black Bullet, but what the heck is this anime? Oh, now I see it's God Eater. Now I see it. Okay. God Eater. Okay, I've seen that. But where's Chio's Schoolyard? That might be Chio's Schoolyard. I can't find it. Alright, well, and I can't find Infinite Stratos either, so if it is those 2 animes, then this anime I would probably put right there, maybe. I'm not sure. And then Chio's Schoolyard is one of those animes where it seemed good at first. Like, it seemed good at first. My Hero Academy, which I'm actually watching right now. In fact, In terms of anime, this was actually the last anime I watched right now. I watched a lot of episodes of it recently. Of course, My Hero Academia is a great show, but I'm not done with it yet. I remember at one point I actually liked Hunter x Hunter and My Hero equally because I was watching them at the same time when I first started watching them. Well, I'm halfway into season 7 right now because season 8 is coming out at the moment, the last season. I'm just trying to avoid spoilers. It's hard to say where I put this anime. It's hard because I'm watching it right now. Might be right there. Maybe. I don't want to put it above these animes, but it might be right here. And again, like I said, look at all of these animes. All of these animes are so popular. Some of them are extremely popular. Well, Guilty Crown I think is one of those animes where I think it was popular when it came out, but no one really talks about it. And Outlaw Star, yeah, no one really talks about that anime. Alright, Noragami. Haven't seen the second season, but it's really good. I really want to watch the second season. I watched it in late 23 around the same time as Ergo Proxy, Vampire Knight, Tokyo Raven. Noragami is a great show. It's pretty much around this range. But where exactly, I don't know. I'll put it above another... I haven't seen the second season, so I don't have much an opinion on it. Thinking. I'll put it above that. I guess right there is okay. It's a great show. I know I'm not really talking about it, but I am at least saying the name, and if you want to check it out, you can check it out. Alright. Let's go into more. Saint Seiya, which, another anime I'm watching right now. I'm almost done with it. I only have like 6 episodes left of the Hades chapters, and it'll be done. Now, going into now, assuming if the rest of the Hades chapter is just going to be consistently good, like the rest of this last story arc, it's one of those animes that I remember I said this last year, like out of Fist North Star and Saint Seiya, which one would I like more? Which one do I like more? I do like Fist North Star a little more. So with that being said, Saint Seiya is kind of in this range. I wouldn't put it above Shippuden. I wouldn't put it above Trigun. Weirdly, I would put it above One Punch or Noragami. So it kind of falls in like this category. I'll put it right... Oh, wait, no. I'll put it right there. It's a great show. Shame that it never did great in America. But apparently it did great in Brazil. Good for them. Also, I need to look into it, but I would be surprised if there was not a decent fan base for girls for this series, because have you not seen all the guys in this series? My god. The reason why Rurouni Kenshin was, had a decent girl fan base, especially in the beginning, was because of Kenshin. This anime I watched recently, Disgaea. This was a cute series. Trying to think of where I would put it. You know what? I don't know why I'm combining. Like I said, I have a bad habit of this. I keep combining things that are just like timed princess, and all these animes I've seen this year. It can literally go in any direction. I'm gonna put it right there. Also, Codebreaker should not be that high. Never mind. Codebreaker, you should be. Go right there. You know, Codebreaker. No, go right here. Go right there. Like I said, I have to keep changing stuff. Ones Within, I can't remember. I remember liking it, but if I watch it again, I might change my mind. So it's right there. Thought it was good. God Eater. I remember really not liking this anime, but if I watch it again, I'm pretty sure I would like it. It's based off a video game that I've been interested in for like 7 years, and I haven't watched it. I mean, played it. I have the first 2 games. I'm not really sure where I would put it. I don't really remember how I felt about it, so I guess I'll just put it right. I'll put it right there. Honestly, Bobobo should not even be on here because it's just been way too long since I've seen it. Heck is this anime? Oh my god, I know what anime this is. Is it? Wait, did I add this? I think I did. Is that Kuma 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 Bear? Also, give me a second. Wait a second. Am I listening to a soundtrack? Oh my god. A massive chunk of this is just Sonic's Extreme music. Oh, hope you enjoy some Sonic Extreme, a game that didn't even come out. Oh my god. It wasn't even... Oh my god, most of this. I'm so sorry. Ah, and it's another long one. I have to skip it to this one. I just do not want to deal with another lengthy one. This was a bad idea to pick this playlist. I just didn't know which one to pick. Alright, let me check. Alright, you don't have to worry about any lengthy... I am so sorry. Oh my god. That is ridiculous. Almost an hour was just Sonic Extreme music. Alright. So what was I talking about? Oh, Kuma 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 Bear. You go there. I actually didn't finish it. I watched a few episodes and I was so annoyed with it. Alright, Bleach. This one's gonna be an unpopular opinion, although I do really like the manga, because that was like, you know, the first manga series I really got into. I am not a fan of the anime, honestly. How much am I not a fan of the anime? Well, I'm gonna be biased because of the manga, but honestly... and I'm counting the filler? It's actually really hard to say. This is messed up, but it's probably right here. It's, you know, it's still good, but, you know, like for all these other popular series, you'd think it would be a lot higher, but of course the thing that ruins it is the animation. For the most part, the animation is just not anything special. It's just very... I don't know. Kind of the problem that Shippuden has, but you might say, well, why is Shippuden so high? This specifics, I don't know, I'm starting to feel tired. Magical Warfare, which I remember hearing someone made a list of their 10 least favorite animes, or like basically 10 animes that they genuinely just don't like, and they, you know, they say, you know, they said that they're the kind of person where they're pretty merciful with it, but I remember liking it. Thought it was good. Although I can't remember it much. I don't remember it much, but Put it right here. That sounds okay. Again, I don't like these two animes are right here, but like I said, they very likely could be a lot higher. It's just, I just haven't seen enough. Place to Place. This one's actually a great show. Actually, where would I put it, now that I think about it? It's a very sweet series. I would almost want to recommend it to my friend, but, I guess not. Maybe right there. It's a really sweet show. It's a funny show. And it's Tsumiki. Tsumiki is cute. Okay. This anime I watched this year. What was it called again? Oh, My Dress Up Darling. I don't know if I'll ever watch the second season because I heard that they pretty much gave a exclusive ending, which meant that they are not making another season, which pisses me off. Now, to where I would put it... maybe right there. Yeah, it's good. Again, I don't know why Dinosaur King is there, it just is. Oh god, I was not even paying attention to this anime. I'm not going to say anything about it, but I'll at least say the name. This is Fruit of Grisaya. Watched this in 2018, summer of 2018. I remember because my granny was still alive, and I think I was done with school then. I remember I found a random video on YouTube, thought it was silly, didn't know anything about it. It was on Hulu. I watched it, and I didn't realize how messed up it was. With that being said, this one's very hard to figure out where I want to put this. This might surprise you. Again, like I say, I can go in a lot of other spots, but I definitely know which tier it is for a fact. I'll just put it right here. It's right there. I'm not gonna say anything. This show means a lot to me. But it is one of the most messed up series, if not, well, I would say it's one of the most messed up. Not the most, because Shadow Realm, right there. But this is like top 3. The series made me depressed watching it a couple. I've seen it twice. Last time was probably like 5 years ago. Yeah. I would watch it again too. I think about this show a lot. Anyway, Hug and I. Yeah, some of these animes might have to... Again, the Ez, basically 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10 anime. And this is 4 and below. Because these animes are 7 to the lower end of 7.5. So I guess you could say this is 5, 6, 7. mostly 8, 9, 10, mostly 10. Oh, I don't know, but well, I still gotta stop being picky about anime. Haganai, where would I put this? Where'd I put you? Maybe there. I don't know. I remember not really liking the first several episodes, but even then, Space Dandy. Little fun fact: a lot of the big people that made Space Dandy actually did the first season of One Punch, which is what made it so great. I actually watched Space Dandy in was it 2014? Yeah, it was. I actually remember watching Space Dandy then, because I remember it was at the time where I was wanting to experiment, basically trying to find a point with anime, and that was by going on Toonami, because I always knew that anime would play every Saturday. I just never really went there most of the time until then, but Space Dandy was actually the newest anime that was airing on Toonami, and I did finally watch all of it in 2018, because I actually did watch the last episode, but I never saw the last few minutes, and if I remember, I think the people, I think, because the people in my art class liked anime, and I think they talked about Space Dandy, and I had to plug my ears because I didn't want to hear the spoiler. I remember I was so mad. Well, not mad, but I was just really upset with my mom. There's too much to say, I don't want to drag this on, but this show is actually really good. Where would I put it? Although I do have one major flaw with it. I'll just put it right here. It can go in other directions, but it's kind of around here. But it's a great show. Is this a zombie? Is it? Where would I put this anime? This anime is very strange. Like, the type of characters in this is very, I don't know. It is decent, but where would I put it? Maybe right here. No, maybe right there. Yeah, maybe right there. So how is this tier list looking so far? Not a lot of bad anime, but, you know, basically it's saying a lot. The only, let me just note, the only reason why Rosaria Vampire is so low is because I was so upset watching it again. If I didn't watch it again recently, it would actually be in the good category. But me remembering that, yeah. Oh, this is actually an anime I finished recently, because I played the game back in 22. Oh yeah, this anime was surprisingly good. This was surprisingly a good anime. But where would I put it is the question. I would put it above Golden Time. Even though honestly I haven't seen that anime in so long, but because I read the first book of the manga, it reminded me why I like it so much. It's around this range. I'll just say that. It's, now that I think about it, because I did this, there's not a lot of good anime. But again, these are like the low 7.5s. Like these are like the first half of the 7.5s, and the second half of 7.5s are here. If you had to ask me, well, when would they be classified as an 8? Here. I would say from, again, I keep going all over the place, but, and some of them I'm contradicting myself, but I would say around here is when the 8s start to come into existence. But at the same time, I don't know. I really need to think about my scores. Just ignore what I'm saying. Oh, here it is. Fullmetal Alchemist 2003. So I've seen this 1.5 times. I won't say anything because of my friend if she sees this, but so I won't say anything. See, this one's hard to say. I'll at least say it's in this tier. It's above that. Digimon Tamers, I'm just going to have to see. It's around here. It's an amazing show, but I won't say anything else. God, we still have so many. Oh, can I just like blitz through these animes, please? I'll try to blitz through them. Anime, I saw this in 2013. I want to watch it again. It's a great show. Would I put it above here? No, because it's been too long. But where would I put it exactly? I would put place to place. Maybe even above. I don't know where exactly. I would say falls around here. What does that consist in? I don't know. I have a lot of memories with Lucky Star, so I'm just gonna say it's around here. And would I be okay with putting it above these animes? I guess so. Oreshura, a harem anime. I like how it looks, but you know, I'm not the biggest fan of harems. But I do think I didn't remember liking it, so because of it, okay. Setsuai. God. I said that I don't want to make this. I don't want to drag this on. Also, is Metabots on here? Oh, there it is. Wait, is that Metabots? Oh, there it is. Wait. It's right there. There's Metabots. Setsuai. This one's a hard one to say because there's not really many episodes. So it's hard to give an opinion. If they made a full-blown series, I know it could be a lot higher, but it's hard to give an opinion when the series is too small. Oh, see, it's hard to give an opinion on this series. It's really hard to say. It really is. If this was like a full series, then it would be a lot higher. But because it's only like several episodes, but it's kind of... It's a little confusing. Because there's like Zetsuai Bronze. It's like mainly just an OVA for them. But again, sorry. It just kind of has to fall there because I just don't really... I thought it was good. But there's just not enough, and it's kind of hard to really, for it to have competition with the other stuff. So I'm just kind of putting it right there. It can kind of go all over the place. I'll at least say it's good. Air. Well, this one's a great show. I want to watch it again. Where would I put this anime, actually? I would put it above Place to Place, Plastic Memories, even Lucky Star. But then after that, maybe not. Is it above Noragami? It can go either or. I would say it's around this. It's around this area. Another great show. How many animes are up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, only 9. Where's DBZ? Is DBZ here? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0. I made this its own series because it's just, it's very different and it's done by Toei. It's actually really good. I would actually not mind watching this again. Like, yeah. I would say it's a really good show. Where would I put it exactly? It's definitely on the lower grade. Oh god, we're gonna make another creep doing this. But yeah, it's very different, like how it is in the manga, because this is based off the books before it really goes into the card games. It's hard to say. I guess it would go right there. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Just pretty much half of the animes on here is just great or good. Which I feel bad because, in other words, all these animes are either a 7 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10. These are pretty much mainly 7, 8 out, like 7s mainly and 8s. And then this is like, I guess the idea of it is these are 10 out of 10, these are 9 out of 10, these are 8 out of 10, these are 7, these are 6 and 5, and these are 4 and below. Bakemonogatari, okay. Oh, Bakemonogatari. I actually was interested in wanting to watch multiple seasons of this back in 2018, but I have like a specific complaint about it that just kind of made me not want to watch any more of it. But where would I put it, at least? This will be weird. I do think it's good, but I make it sound like it's bad, but it's not. It's just a specific complaint, and I've even thought about maybe wanting to come back to it. Inuyasha. I really like this series. This is actually one of the animes that's long that I'm actually interested in wanting to come back to it again. Actually, this is an anime I always question if it was as far as my top 15. Because I do like it more than Saint Seiya. And I do like it more than Trigun. And I actually do like it more than Fist and North Star. At the very least, I could put it above Fist North Star. And it feels weird to put the Future Diary above these animes. Honestly, it's kind of weird. I don't know. Like I said, I keep changing a lot. Alright. Again, it's kind of hard to say. I'll at least say that Inuyasha is kind of in this area. It's like in the lower amazing. Makes sense. Black Bullet. I actually wish they could make a second season. This is a really good show. I don't know where I would put it. I'm actually going to, funny thing enough, put it with Origami. I don't know where I would put it. I guess I would put it below Noragami. I'm gonna think about it, but at least I can say that I do think Black Bullet is in this range. I'm just gonna put it there because I feel like it. I remember liking it. No Game No Life, the anime that, I'm gonna be mean about this, it's the anime that proves that you can have an awesome anime opening, but it doesn't match up with the show. Now with that being said, I think the anime looks really nice. It's done by Madhouse. It's very colorful with how they did the, almost like, I don't know, it's just very colorful. And it's actually not a bad show either. It's probably around, I'll just put it there. Like I said, I'm not really thinking too much. It's just around this range. Oh, this is actually one of my favorite animes I watched this year. Clamp School Detective. This is probably my 5th or 4th favorite anime I've watched this year. Like in terms of first time watching it. I've seen the whole series. Now where would I put it? I know I would put it above Trigun. So, yeah, let's see. So, yeah, that checks out. But you might think, well, does this add up? Is Trigun being above? I don't know. Trigun was. Well. Well, once this is done, it's done, but I guess at least I would say, yeah, it is. I really feel bad doing this, but it just keeps bothering me. Ignoring the filler, I'll just have it there. Just keeps bothering me. Because even then, okay, because you can already tell I'm getting tired. Fates Stay Night. I was interested in watching Fates Zero in 2015. Never did, and I still haven't, but I did at least start with this anime in 2019. I actually thought this anime was really good. Where would I put it? If I remembered, I watched it at the same time as Golden Time, and I thought both animes were really good. So with that being said, I will put it right there. And I would say, I don't even know what to do with Cha-Cha. I just haven't seen all of it, so I don't know. And I know Dragon Ball Super is weird to be here, but it's confusing. Prince of Stride Alternative. This is a really good show. Another one like with Nagatoro where I watch, as soon as I finished it, I just started from the beginning and I only got to like episode 6 or 7. I just didn't finish it, but it's really good. Done by Madhouse and has to do with a fictional sport with race, basically, was it track and parkour. So, you know, I was interested in it. Sure. Sure. I don't know. But yeah, it goes right there. Pokemon and Sonic X are so weird to be up there. I don't know why, because really these animes are not amazing. You know what? I'm being way too biased with Sonic X. I don't know where I would put it. I'm being way too biased with this series. I'm still gonna be biased, but... God, I'll just keep them. I'm gonna be... hurt my head if I don't keep going. Familiar of Zero. Done by the same studio that did... it's done by JC Staff, I think. I did watch all of this series. I didn't remember liking the first 2 seasons, and the 3rd season sucked. Probably put it right there. Oh, great, now we broke another line. Great. But, yeah. Luis. Brothers Conflict. I'm not going to talk about this series because it kind of has the Kisses treatment where I don't know if the parents are already married or anything, but the plot is it's this girl and her mother or father is getting engaged or is married with someone that has like all of these sons and whatever, and it's basically, what is it called when the opposite of a harem? I forgot what it's called. But it's basically not a harem, but it's like, I guess the girl's version of a harem, where it's like all of her stepbrothers. It's one of those series. I remember not really liking it that much. Thought it was just, eh. So where would I put it? Just thought it was boring. honestly, it goes all the way down there. It's crazy how low Berserk is, but it's just the animation. Although I feel like it shouldn't be that bad, but I don't know, it's not that bad. It could go up higher, or it could go up higher, maybe? I don't know. Dun dun. This is one of those animes that is extremely popular right now. I saw the first season. I know season 2 is, I think it's already done. This is a good example of an anime that is Again, it's just these lower animes are not 8s. That's what's confusing me, but at the same time, I might as well. Where did I put Dandadan? I didn't like it as much as My Dress of Darling. Would I put it above Angel Beat? Sure. I'll put it right there. Oh, I like this song. What is this called? Kodachi? It's actually one of the only animes I saw in the beginning that has a lot of, what is it called? Yaoi? It's a bit of, yeah, it's a good amount of yaoi in this anime. I remember, I think I was working on Dragon Quest 3 at the time when I was watching this, which other animes that you'll see that I did as well. I remember liking it too. Although I don't really know where I would put it. It kind of falls under this category, just around here. See, again, I'm thinking way too much. It can go in so many directions, I just don't know. It's just somewhere around here. Oh, man. Not changing it. It could go in a lot of other directions, but I'll just put it right there. Oh, okay. When was the last time I even put an anime up here? Seems like it's been a bit. But here's another anime that's a part of the best. And this might actually be the last one, too. DBZ. I finally watched all of it. Finally finished it this year because I started in 2023. But there's a whole story. I could go on with many things about the series. I'm not going to go into it. But basically, I technically got into this series in 2013. But I didn't finally watch it from beginning to end until the end. I mean, not the end, but this year, basically. Yeah. So, I guess technically if I'm only adding 10 animes for my best, then I guess this is all of them. Which is interesting to think that, really? Made in the Abyss is in my top 10? But it can easily change because there's still season 2. In fact, I'll make it 11, because Guilty Crown was in my top 10, but none of these other animes are in my, well, oh shoot, it's actually going to change. I don't care. Berserk 98, or was it Berserk 98, 97? This version of Berserk is awesome. It's really good. But where would I put this anime? I've only seen it once. See, this is the hard part. Where would I put this? Huh. It's either high grade or low awesome. Which is strange. Why would I put The Future Diary above these series? Again, I'm biased because I've seen it twice. This is a question. Trigun or Berserk? do like Berserk a bit more. Clamp of Berserk. Fist Nordstar Berserk. No, Fist Nordstar. Naruto. Shippuden of Berserk. I put that above it. So now it's just kind of... I think this is Black Matrix. We Never Learn. Bakuben. It's actually a shonen series. Never ignore what I said. Where would I put this one? I did watch all of it. I like the tan girl with the red hair. Thought she was very cute when I watched it. It was like over 5 years ago. Because I know when I watched it, it was very new. Maybe right here. I don't know, man. Like I said, this list is just so confusing. Also, there's so many animes that are in the good category. What do you want me to do? After Lost. You know what? I'm putting it right there. This was one anime I watched when I was working on Dragon Quest. Actually, now I think about it, maybe I'm getting it mixed up. Dragon Quest 2, I think, was this anime. Kodachi might have... Was it Dragon Quest 3? I don't know. Oh, now we get the Tokyo Raven. This was an anime I thought was really good, but then it just kind of went down over time. Maybe right here. Like I said, Ixer is in a weird spot. I don't know why. Some of these animes are just in weird spots. Like, again, it can kind of go in a lot of places, but I guess Tokyo Raven can go right there. I don't know. Toradora, which, when I listen to some of the songs, it makes me emotional because I was finishing up this series when I moved last year in March of 24. But even with saying that, it's kind of more around here. Around here. So where would I put it? Where would Ricky put it? Oh my god, now we finally got the Demon Lord retry. Ugh. This anime's animation, the animation was just very mediocre. And it's just one of those, what is it called, isekais? I'm not interested. I did watch all of it. The beginning, it's actually the character on my Netflix profile picture is from this, named Lily, I think. I watched the first season in May 2019. It took forever to finally make a second season, which maybe one day I'll watch it. I'll have to watch the first season again. I thought it was good. Can't remember how good because it's been a long time. So it's kind of hard to say. I'll probably put it just like right here. Maybe. Maybe. I do want to watch the second season of this. I watched this in the beginning of 24. At the time, the second season wasn't out yet. I really love the design for this anime. I'll actually go as far as to put this anime I'll go as far as to put it. Okay, I would say it's around here, but I'll put it right there. I love the presentation of Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. I would say out of all these animes you see, it's probably in my top 5 favorites. It's just thick black outlines, it's very vibrant and colorful. I just love how it looks. It looks so nice. Uh-oh. One of baby's favorites. Gokudo. It's one of my favorite animes I watched this year. It's weird because this is one of these examples of... I think of my friend with this anime, even though I introduced her to this anime before I really watched it. I only saw one episode at the time. So, it's kind of hard to say where I would put this anime, but I would say Clamp, School Detective, and Gokudo are very neck and neck. Hey, look at this! 3 animes I've watched this year that are just so it's just coincidence that they're that freaking close. They're not supposed to be that close, but I can't help it because I've saw them recently. I don't know if I would put it above Berserk. It's really hard to say. Like, would I? I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, this is a great anime. This is like my 4th favorite anime I've watched this year. My 3rd favorite anime I watched this year was Black Lagoon. My 2nd favorite was Made in the Abyss. And then my number 1 is actually the next one. My favorite anime I've watched this year, Code Geass. I didn't even finish the last 6 episodes. I don't want to finish it, so I'm just going to start from the beginning eventually. This anime was way better than I thought, which I feel bad because it's a very popular series. And it's considered to be one of the best animes ever, at least in the West. But, oh wow, it's actually going to get a double line. But just this once. I would actually go as far as putting it right here. I really like it. It's an amazing series. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. It's similar to Full Metal Panic, where the mechs is like my least favorite thing about these 2 series. The fighting is awesome, but I don't really care about the mechs fights. Those are like my least favorite parts. It's just the story and characters is what I like about it. Dragon Ball GT. A lot of people give this series a lot of crap. And I will admit that it does have its boring moments. It's kind of hard to say where I would put this series. It's hard to say. It's kind of around here. I would say it can't reach this point, so it's somewhere around here. But I think it's a great show. Alright, Corpse Princess. This anime really wasn't that good, honestly. To get an idea of how bad my memory is, this series has 2 seasons. 99.9999% of it I don't remember. I don't remember this show. God, my memory is awful. I don't remember a single thing about this anime. I don't remember anything. And it was like over 5 years ago. But just going by how I feel about it... Probably right around there. This anime surprises me. There are like over 30 books of this series, but they only made 13 episodes. It has to do with something about like people with this like MMO game, and they have to be a part of... They're stranded on an island, and they have like... Everyone has like these specific abilities of using bombs. I don't know. But surprisingly, it was actually good. How good? Well, I don't know. It doesn't go up as high as here. Kind of goes around here. Again, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it. These animes, just ignore them. They could. I don't know why I have them here, because I just never got too far to give an opinion. They definitely could be higher. I just don't know. Alright, just somewhat almost one more line to go. Okay, Seven Deadly Sins. I haven't seen the last season, but I'm never gonna watch it. The third season I was very upset about because of the animation. It just ruined the story and my interest. Although, first two seasons were great, but I am gonna count the season I did watch of it. But even with that being said, even with that very bad looking season, it's around here. It's around here. Because again, this was, I would say, ignoring the third season, let's only talk about the first two seasons. Okay, if that's the case, then it kind of jumps around here. But because of the third season, it just kind of drops it to here. Just really affects it. But the first two seasons I still really like. I don't know, it's around with Bleach. I don't know. Around there. Yeah, looking at all the other tier lists, it's like, there are, you know, almost 2.5 lines of that. Not even a full line of that. Although it will get close to it. There's still another anime I saw that I need to... Wait a minute. Is Gunsword? Oh, shoot. Not all the animes are on here. Damn it. Damn it. Not all the animes are on here. I realize Gunsword is missing. Crap. Shoot. Yeah, Gunsword isn't on here. That's probably one of the only animes that I missed. I guess just to acknowledge Gunsword, where would I put it? I would say Gunsword would be... Actually, you know what? I don't know. It's definitely in the good tier, but it's like... It's not down here. I would at least say it's on the upper half. It's in the upper half. Wait, upper half? It's in the upper half. But yeah, Gunsword. Sorry about that. Metabots. I haven't seen the third season, but I've seen the first two. Where would I put this anime? Actually, this one's a hard anime to think about. This one's a hard one to think about. This one's really hard to figure out. For the sake of not blowing up my head, I'm just gonna put it somewhere that is consistent with the year. I'm just gonna put it. I'm gonna put it right there. Sorry, my head is just hurting from this. They're all late 90s animes. The reason why it's hurting my head is that at the very least, it is. At the very least, it's at the very least, it's about that. At the very least, it's this. I'm lowballing it. It could be up here, but it's just kind of hurting my head a bit. But yeah, that's really good. I haven't seen the third season, so my opinion will change, and I would love to watch the show again. Okay. Kotora-san! I need to watch this show again. I've seen the whole thing twice. I actually connect... Whenever I think of this series, I think of my parents' divorce. Because at the time when it was a fact that my mother and father were going to get a divorce in August of 2017, I remembered I watched this show a lot at the time. And I watched it on YouTube, and I have a lot of memories with it. Now with that being said, where would I put it? Sorry, it's just my head is starting to... Alright, so, Kotora-san. Again, this one's just hurting my head a little bit. It's definitely in the grate, but I don't know where to put it. It's gonna make another slot doing this. See, this one's difficult. This one really is, because Kisses is only in the grate because of my bond with it. So with Kotora, it's strange. I'm not making any sense with this. Just put it right. I'll put it. Oh, whoops. No, I don't want the QR code. Thank you. I'll accept it. Alright. Alright, these are the rest of them. Kirby right back at ya. I really don't know where to put this. You know, I'm just gonna put it with Dinosaur King. Watched it when I was little. I tell you, okay, people are not gonna like this. I did watch a couple of seasons of this. I did not like it. I don't know where to put it. I'm gonna put it right there. Yeah. Gatchaman. I only watched like over a dozen episodes. I think I probably watched close to 20 even. I actually thought it was good, but I didn't finish it. It's a 70s anime from Tatsunoko. Where would I put it exactly? I might put it like... I put it right there. Yeah. Mayochiki. Never finished this anime because they took it off of Hulu. Same thing with Psychic Detective Yakumo. And weirdly enough, another anime that just coincidentally is going to come up in a second. But Mayochiki, this anime I actually remembered really liking. This actually goes around here. Where, I don't know. I'll just put it right there. Okay, just because it's Dragon Ball.
Man, this list is hurting me, because it's like, the thing is, when I put Mayo Chiki up here, I'm then having to be reminded that, oh, you're saying this is better than all these other animes? Some I have more of an emotional bond, some I'm gonna add that onto it on the list, like Kisses, and then there's just too many factors, and I keep going all over the place. So me saying that you're saying Mayo Chiki is better than all these other animes you see, yes and no. It's complicated. This is a very confusing list. Charlotte, again, I watched this again this year. This anime is an amazing series. Where would I put it exactly? Huh. Okay, you know what? Because I haven't finished Cowboy Bebop, I'm gonna put it at the bottom. It does deserve on the amazing tier. I just haven't gone for. I'll put Charlotte right here. It's a really great show, and as you can see, wow, it's way further away from Angel Beat than either. Look at that, it's way further. But I do like Charlotte a lot more than Angel Beat, I'll admit. Never finished this anime. Only has one season. I actually was almost interested in reading the manga. Dimension W. This anime is actually really good. Put it above Dandadan. Could even put it above Hellsing. Although I don't really know if I could put it any further because I haven't finished it. But regardless, I would say it's around this range. It's around this range. If I finished it, then I could probably give it more, but I don't know. What is that called? Something Meichiro? Ura Meichiro? Yeah, I found it out from my friend that this anime, I don't know. I won't go into it, but I don't know. I thought this was a cute show. I remember this was another anime that they took it off of Hulu, but YouTube had all the episodes at the time, so came back to it a few months later when I found it on YouTube. I didn't start from the beginning, I just watched the last several episodes. Where would I put this anime? Maybe right there. Oh my god, this song. Oh god, I'm too tired for this shit. This freaking song. I'm too tired for this song. Alright. Whoops. Gallon Dino. It wasn't really good. It wasn't that good. I still remember when I watched that, I was watching Gunsword at the time. It was 2023. So what the heck is this anime? What is this anime? I know the other... Oh, the Shadow Realm. What is this anime? Ah, crap. Which anime is this? I can't recognize it. I can technically check real quick, because I can grab my phone. Where is it? Man, it's a little cold because my hands feel stiff. Birthing Beauty. Alright, here it is. Let me find which one that reminds me of. Yeah, what is this? Oh, okay, that one. Okay. Yeah. I'm not joking. It's the worst one aside from the other one. That is my least favorite anime. If you want to know what it is, it's Diabolic Lovers. That anime has so many blood-sucking scenes. She is a whore for it. Sorry to say that, but she is a whore when it comes to getting her blood sucking and just she's not putting in much of a fight. I know there's a second season, but oh my gosh. Literally half the show is just blood sucking. Like her getting her blood sucked. It's bad. Although I will admit the opening of the second season's awesome. Even though I never watched the second season. Higurashi. This is one anime that, I actually did want to watch the second season after watching this, but it was a little complicated. It seemed more complicated to try to find the second season, and then I just kind of gave up. This is one anime that I think over time I grew to appreciate more. I would say if I watch it again, I think I would like it more like Another. With that being said, I don't really know where I would put it. I really don't, because I'm only going by my memories when I first watched it. But regardless, I would still put it... I could put it right here. How I felt about it back then wouldn't be this high, but it would still be in the good tier, but I am definitely putting it a lot higher, going by how I might feel about it. But I don't know, at the same time, Another... If you want to know where would Another been if I didn't watch it recently, it would have been around here. It would have been on the low good part, but it just spiked up there. So, like I said, a lot of these animes, I could really change my mind. 2 more to go. I'm just gonna save this one for last. Fairy Gone. Saw this in, it was like winter of 2021. I was watching animes like Fullmetal Panic Fumofu at the time. Good, but I don't really remember the anime that much. It has a cool concept. Makes me think of JoJo a little bit. Man, I love Tokyo Ghoul is so low. It's not even that low. I'm just being very unbiased towards it. Maybe right there. Alright, one more to go. Are you serious? Is this really going to be the last song I'm going to talk about this? Alright, Devil May Cry. Saw this like over 5 years ago. It's a good show. I actually enjoyed it. Dante, he is truly so cool, Leo, man. But I don't know where I would put it. Maybe right there. I think it's good. You're gonna stay in the Shadow Realm forever. That's gonna be the Shadow Realm. Gray. Alright. I think that's it. Although it doesn't feel right, I think I might just do some little adjustments real quick. Just to loosen some of these tiers. Yeah, let's loosen the tier a bit. Okay, I can accept these animes being part of the good category, maybe. I don't know. You know, I never mind. You go up. I just don't know. The rest I can accept being good. Let's just change it. Let's just change it. Alright. Alright. So I changed it to okay. There we go. Just okay. Okay slash decent. I'll just say okay. God, I'm making this so confusing. Okay. I definitely reduced it more. Just to give more range. I want to give more range for these tiers, taking away some good and some greats. And to take away some greats, I can put a Berserk in the amazing. I can do that. Okay, fine. In terms of just emotional impact, okay, you can go on there. Yeah, I know. More animes I feel like should be. I would have to kind of change how I'm feeling at my opinion with the scores at the moment. Yeah, I don't think I can go anymore, sorry. Gokudo barely goes up there because of emotional reasons. But the other series just has something to hold it back. But still, these are all great shows. I would probably say... I don't know, pretty much all these are good shows on here. And then all of these shows. I might just add this because I don't like this gap. So yeah, these are all the bad animes, or not good animes, all of these. So these are all the animes that are just, you know, like goes from decent to just okay. And then you go from good to then really good. And then you continue with really good. And then I would say you kind of reach the point of like great animes, I guess, more or less. The higher it goes, the more it definitely becomes great. And then pretty much once you reach like this point, maybe this, I don't know. I don't know. These are all great shows. And then these are all the amazing shows, which in the end, how... Jesus. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So only 35 out of the 170 animes, yes, 170, only 35 made it to like the last two tiers. Even though, again, I think I am being definitely picky, because as you can see, you know, pretty much like, oh my god, pretty much like more than half, probably a little over half is just a part of these two. And it's mainly just because there's not really a lot of animes I've seen that deserves to be this low. And then there's just, I'm very picky about the animes that deserve to be, you know, this high up here. But I don't know. Like I said, it's kind of hard to do this. I just don't really know. Because it's like I'm having certain complaints. Like I said, if I had to change it, what would happen is that I would say these animes would go up to here, and then pretty much all these animes up to at least to here, like up to here, would go up there. But I'm so picky. It's like I do not want, like, these, like, the reason why I'm so picky is that, with the exception of JoJo, basically, with the exception of, well, no, not even that. It's just the fact that these shows, I just can't really, like, they deserve to be on here. Well, with these shows, they're very, very close. Very, 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 very close. Wow, I'm actually going to have to wrap it up. Alright, I think I'm pretty much done. Like I said, it can change. It's very difficult to make this tier list. Because I don't want to view this as a 9. And the problem is that if I add too many of these, then the great might be low, and then there's going to be too many of this. It's confusing. I'll just accept for how it looks. So yeah, this is pretty much the final look. Again, this isn't absolute definite. Some of these animes can change just because it's been too long. And some of them don't make any sense why that's there. You know, that actually adds up because alright, I'm going to leave soon. So yeah, I could pretty much just keep questioning my choices of these animes a lot, because it's just the main reason is that once you hit like peak this or bottom that, they can start to merge, and it can kind of spread out as much as that. Like, it can spread out to the point where, hell, some of these animes could be in the amazing. I don't know. I'm just picky with my score. I guess you could say all of these are 10s, all of these are 9, all of these are 8s. Well, not really. Like, I don't know if I would say that, but they're close to an 8, okay? And then these are like most, just whatever. Anyway, this is all of it. Download. Download image. Oh my gosh. Made it look all funny. We download it again. There we go. Like I said, it's just to say this one more time, these animes from this, well, I don't know, it just, oh, my head. Oh, my head. There's just a lot of errors, but this is pretty much what it is, more or less. Got it? Okay. Yes, thank you for downloading it. Or, like, scanning it. Alright. Alright. I am done. You know, I gotta say, this is a fitting song for the end. It just kind of feels like we're done. Let us rest. My man Sonic and Tails. Alright. And I forgot that Kotomi and Ayu are still here. And it took... Oh my god! It took me that long? Almost 4 hours! I didn't know it took that long! Oh my god, it took forever. No wonder I'm tired. Okay, I'm done with this. I'll try to upload this soon enough. Bye-bye.